Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered! Well covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
What's up, boys and girls? Happy Roll Call Friday. Welcome into a Friday episode of the Bostonian versus the book. He's Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault. We got Joe Arrigo coming on here in 10 minutes. Franchise Sports Media. UNLV, amazingly enough, the biggest game of the day is in Vegas, involving the, I almost swore at the top, football team that lives here in Vegas. Not the Raiders, the other one. Unbelievable stuff. We are live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the book, the same handle for Twitter X. We are replayed on Sports Grid TV and Sirius XM channel 159. Dave, we'll get to baseball at the top. What a night last night in Milwaukee. Not if you were a Brewer fan, but oh my gosh.
Oh my
what
goodness.
A win.
I mean, I don't even know. Again, the game lives up to the billing. It's just a really, really good game. And it's 0-0, and it's 0-0, and it's 0-0. And then it gets to the seventh, and a pinch hit home run. And then on the next pitch, the next guy hits one. And, got guys, Milwaukee guys, texting. Don't text. Don't. You need more outs. There's not. I got Mets fans done, finished, unbelievable. It's over. All this blah, 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 blah. You got to get 27 outs. Say that to the kids all the time. Like, calm down. I'm literally trying not to text anybody. Claire Chick and I made this mistake a few days ago. He understands. There's no texting that stuff during the game. And then that ninth inning happened. A leadoff walk, a base hit, first to third, good running by Lindor. Gets the next guy out. And Polar Bear comes up. And he knows they're pitching him outside. He knows they're going to throw him away. What does he do? Hits an opposite field home run.
Laser.
Are you kidding me? I mean, and it that call, again, the New York guys with Howie Rose, I mean, it's been a long time coming, and he nailed it. I mean, you get put in those moments as a play-by-play guy, you don't know what you're going to say. And he nailed it, and the Mets got another run. And, wow, I wanted to go out and give him a hug on the mound. Evan Williams, I'm like, did this really just happen? Did that really just happen? It was a great night. It was one game. It was great.
One game, but the series had history to it. Pete Alonso becomes the first Major League Baseball player to hit a go-ahead home run in the ninth inning or later of an elimination game when losing. Became the 10th player to have a go-ahead home run in the ninth inning or later in postseason history. According to ESPN research, over the past 5 postseasons, teams were 39-2 when leading entering the 8th inning with a chance to clinch a playoff series. Those 2 losses, the Mets on Wednesday, the Brewers on Thursday.
It's incredible.
That's dumb. That's just dumb. They were 39-0 over the last 5 years heading into Wednesday's game, and Wednesday's history, and then Thursday is history.
Makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. That's why it's so great. I mean, you can see good movies. You could watch good TV shows. I'm telling you, sports is the best unscripted part of life, things you could watch ever. It is just, I saw that last night that you put it in the rundown, and I'm like, you know how long they've been playing baseball? What? It's first time. What? Oh, man. It was so good.
Yeah, because we've had some amazing walk-off moments, right? We've had amazing playoff moments with crazy home runs, Carlton Fisk,
Uh-oh. First freeze. Pause. Look at that.
Haven't had that in a while. Freezes.
Man, he's back. All right, you're back. Snap.
Yeah, we haven't had freezes in a while. I met Carlton Fisk's great niece working at Crate & Barrel here in Vegas. I was wearing a Red Sox shirt, and she looked at me and she's like, "How big of a Red Sox fan are you?" I said, "I'm a pretty big Red Sox fan. I'm from Boston." She's like, "Oh, you know what Carlton Fisk is?" And Madeline looks at me and goes, "Who's that, Dad?" And I go, "Well, it's a really famous Red Sox, had a home run catcher for the Red Sox. He has the, that image that some of them see me doing that. Maddie, I do this sometimes." And she's like, "Okay, yeah." She's like, "Yeah, that's my great uncle." I was like, "What?" She was like, "What are you doing in Vegas?" So we had a long conversation with her about, she's like, "I have so much Carlton Fisk memorabilia in my house. It's ridiculous. I have bats, I have gloves, I have shirts, I have baseball cards." I was just like, my husband won't let me get rid of any of it. I'm like, "Get rid of all this stuff." My husband's like, no, we're not getting rid of any of this stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, you don't want to do that." I was like, "That's going to be worth a lot of money at some point and someday. Like, don't do that." But Alonso, makes history. And now the Mets move on to play the Phillies tomorrow in the NLDS, and they're big dogs, Dave. Minus 188 favorites.
I know.
Again, it's crazy, right? You play all season, and then you have a moment like that, and your present is Zach Wheeler on Saturday. Okay? Baseball is such a metaphor sport for life because the highs are great. They last like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, some guys, it's 2 minutes, right? Maybe 3. I don't know. I'm just saying. What? Stay focused. It's a roll call Friday. We hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here. We got roll calls coming up in about 75 minutes. We got a Rigo coming in 5.
Yes.
I mean,
no one really.
Joe's punctual. I'm not worried about Joe. Rigo will be here to talk about UNLV football. We're going to talk more about this baseball stuff. The Phillies are going to win game 1, right?
I mean, look,
come on.
This is crazy to me. Of all the baseball we have seen and all the Red Sox and Yankee history that we have seen in the postseason, how in the hell is this the first time the Phillies and the Mets have ever played in the playoffs?
Because they're in the same division.
Yeah. Red Sox, Yankees have been in the same division. It's bizarre to me. The Mets and the Phillies.
Well, I mean, think about, though, how many times the Red Sox and the Yankees, I mean, they played like way back when, right? Because there weren't that many teams. Or 2 teams would play to go to the World Series.
Right.
But then when they were in the same division, division
Red Sox Yankees really never played in the playoffs. That became a wild card thing when the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Exactly.
But
in a modern era.
The Mets could play the Phillies. It's the same format. It's just I can't believe the Phillies and Mets have never faced each other in the playoffs before. That's crazy to me.
Again, there's a lot of firsts that are going on. And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I'm excited though. And listen, Milwaukee was great. Season was great. Would have been fun to see you move on. We got Phillies, Mets, and we got Padres, Dodgers in the National League. 1, 2.
Can't ask for more.
4 and 6.
Can't ask for more. It's just incredible. We will talk a lot of more about the playoffs and the games happening tomorrow. The ALDS and NLDS both starts tomorrow, but it is a roll call Friday. Fight Song Friday, Roll Call Friday, all rolling into UNLV and Syracuse coming up here tonight. It's the game of the night in all of sports. He is Joe Arrigo joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. I don't know if Joe's being held hostage somewhere or not. Joe, how are you? Where are you? You look dark, my friend.
I'm sorry, I didn't open the blinds in my room. I'm in the room right now, just getting some work done.
Okay, get the work done. No, you're fine.
I got to get it done. But hey, I heard your baseball talk. I look, I'm from Milwaukee. I'm a little sore that they blew the lead. Devin Williams, one of the best closers in baseball. But my Dodgers, they're gonna beat the brakes off the Padres.
Whoa!
I got no problem with that. I see it. I see you repping, Dave. I love it.
I'm trying to jinx him. Arrigo.
Nah, we don't. Not this year. They're the he-hos this year. Then they're not even the Padres. They're the he-hos.
Really? Oh, baby.
Oh, listen, yeah.
All right. So I know you love the baseball. It's been great so far. It's just the wild card round.
Right.
You look at this baseball, and I know you're a Dodger guy. All right, that's fine. But look at the other series. Phillies Mets. That was magic last night.
Yeah.
Does that carry over? Like, how much can you bring from Milwaukee last night to Philadelphia for Saturday, Sunday, Wheeler, Nola?
That's a great question. But Lindor's there. And I love Lindor. I think ultimate leader, good clubhouse guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think with Lindor leading the way, and let's not talk about the young kid that they brought up to play second base, Azuna's younger brother.
Oh,
yeah, he can play too, and he had some juice to the bottom of that lineup. I'm gonna tell you the series that I'm most excited about, though, and it's gonna throw everybody for a loop because of the history behind it. The Royals and Yankees.
Oh, baby.
70s and 80s,
so good.
late 70s, early 80s baseball. Those were the two premier organizations.
True.
And those were some magical series in the playoffs, not even just the regular season, in the playoffs. That's a series to keep an eye on.
You think the Royals have a shot?
Yeah. The beginning of the year, they had the best pitching staff in baseball.
Yeah.
They can't score to save their lives, but if you get around Judge, I think the Royals are absolutely live. How could they not be?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let's hope so.
I want to see a Dodger Yankee World Series. I'll be honest. Why? Because they're my two favorite teams in baseball. That's why.
Yuck.
I win either way.
Dodgers, Yankees. That's what you want to see, Joe?
Yeah. Let me tell you, growing up in LA, I was a Dodgers fan when Eric Davis got traded there. I'm a big Eric Davis favorite player of all time. Okay.
Yes.
But my grandfather was from the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So growing up playing Little League baseball, I was always on the Yankees. So those 80s years when they sucked, I was a Yankee fan. Ricky Henderson, Dave Winfield, Don Mattingly, Willie Randolph. That was my squad, but they sucked. So I was a Yankee fan, and then it kind of became a Dodger fan once ED got traded there, and then I just roll with my two squads.
All right. Enough of the baseball. We got a game tonight, boys. We got a game tonight. UNLV is nationally ranked in both polls for the first time in school history. UNLV is, I'm going to the game with my daughter. They've asked the faculty to show out tonight. They've asked everybody who's in Vegas who is a fan supporter of the Rebels to show up tonight with Syracuse coming to town. Kyle McCord and his 14 touchdown tosses coming to town. We have a national audience. This is the only ranked team playing on Friday night in college football, which is wild to say, but it is true. There's no baseball. There's WNBA playoffs, and that's it. There's no football. The stage is set here, Joe. There's a lot of hype on this team. Do they deliver tonight against Syracuse to continue this run to go to 5-0?
Dave was sitting next to me in the press box last game, and we talked.
I'll be sitting there tonight too, Joe.
I'm right with you. I'm right with you. So that Fresno State game, Fresno State to me, I thought Fresno State was better than Syracuse on tape. Except for quarterback play, I thought Fresno State defensively, they fly around and they're hitting. I look at this overall a more well-balanced offense than Syracuse, and they played a tougher schedule. Holy Cross. They played Georgia Tech was their one really big win. I expect the same type of performance tonight as we seen Saturday. If not
blowout,
worse. I expect a blowout.
Said it last
week. Look it. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you like this.
Go offense, Joe. Tell them what you told me. Go offense. They're trying to put up 50 every game.
Brennan tries to put up 50 every single game. That's the goal as the offense. It's 50 or we're not doing our job because they know they're not going to give up 50. Now with Haj Malik taking over at quarterback, you see the full capabilities of the go-go. Now, I got told by some staff members, go back and watch some tape. So I went back and watched some of the Sluka film, which, by the way, you guys got to change your UNLV cover. We got to get him not shaking hands with Ricky.
Point. Fair. Good point. Fair. Good
point. But with that being said, there were guys running wide open down the center of the field, and he wasn't throwing the ball. He was taking off running. There was a lot of me with Sluka going back looking at film. And I was told that there was going to be a change at quarterback or more two quarterback system going into that last week anyway, because they weren't happy with the production of the offense with Sluka, who, by the way, prior to leaving was taking shots at the All-American receiver to certain coaches. Talking about he's not that good and I don't see the big deal. I can do it myself type deal. So there was behind the scenes a lot of little things going on. So for me, I think with Haj coming in, running this offense, with that running game and the way they're built up front, UNLV's front end, the offensive defensive line is they can go up against damn near anybody. But that speed of that defense, I don't think Syracuse has seen that all year.
But they're small though, Joe. The DBs are small. Syracuse has got height advantage. You got Kyle McCord throwing jump balls. I think Syracuse is going to be in the game all the way to the end. I think the points are too heavy. It's come down this morning. I took 6.5. It's 5.5 now. I just think watching Syracuse, I bet against them with Stanford. I watched a lot of that game. Kyle McCord, I think is going to have a big game tonight against that. As long as he has time, which I think he will have time. That's my worry here. That secondary, I'm worried about it.
That Matt Shear's defense is suffocating. His whole thing is to suffocate opposing offenses. They're going to blitz from all over the place. And the thing is did you see what Doug Brumfield tweeted out about Jackson Woodard during the game on Saturday?
No.
He said, now you're looking at this year's another version of Luke Kuechly, the way he dissects a defense. He knows everything. And Jackson is all he does all day. He's graduated already. He's got one class. His whole day is nothing but watching film and breaking down offenses with Coach Shear and Coach Odom and the rest of the linebackers. I really believe UNLV is going to come into this. And I look at the other thing too. Syracuse traveling across the country, playing at a time it's 9:30. Their bodies are used to. On a day earlier than last week. There's a lot of things going into it. Again, I think there's a lot of things that Syracuse is up against when it comes to this UNLV team, who I think right now is playing the best ball of I think they're one of the 5 teams playing the best ball in America right now.
So between, you with with franchise and just in general in town, I mean, this is a big game as far as like the white out or not the pink out. And there's a hot dog eating contest, and Kenny Mayne is going to be
here. That's my guy, man.
You and Kenny, that's great. So
he's been on our show numerous times. So like Kenny's a phenomenal human being. But yeah, what were you going to ask, brother? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was going to ask, does it have that feel for the team that this is kind of a big game? Like this is how's the week of practice been? What's the buzz around the team and around the people that you're around on a regular basis for this game tonight?
So last Tuesday, I got told it was our best practice of the year, Joe. Wednesday was even better than Tuesday. I got told so far this week they've had better practices than they had last week. This team is not fazed by expectations. They're not like last week. I'm gonna be honest. Normally, in most years, and even going into the game, I felt like, damn, this Fresno State team, they're pretty freaking good. And I know Skip is gonna have them ready. And talking to one of their coaches the night before, he said, the thing that concerns us is they're already a close-knit group. And then after everything that happened, it galvanized them even more. It's going to be tough. I think this team is unfazed by any outside noise. They don't believe it. When the stuff happened with Sluka last week, they said what they had to say for a day or so, but they were still focused on Fresno State. Their goal isn't just to win the Mountain West. If you asked Ricky and you asked Jackson at Media Day, their goal was to play for a national championship. That's from the entire team down. Now, is that realistic from the outside looking in? No, it's not realistic. It's UNLV. They can't match up against Texas or Georgia or Alabama but this team is like, let's line them up, throw the ball on the field, and let's go. So that's what gives me confidence in this game. And it's not even a supreme confidence or an arrogance. It's just, you know what? Like they're rolling pretty high right now.
Yeah. I saw Rashad Tanner on campus when I was there on Wednesday. He's the one who blocked the punt, and Ricky White picked it up and ran it in. And he came over to me and he was just like, I'm the one that blocked the punt. I'm the one that blocked the punt. And I'm so happy for you. He just, the joy that was pouring out of this kid was so fun and infectious. And I was like, how do you guys feel? He's like, man, you have no idea how tight this team is. You have no clue how good we all feel going into this game on Friday night. We cannot wait to get the uniforms on and get after it. It's special, Joe. Boise's going to be the game. If you're right and they annihilate Syracuse, is there anybody else in this schedule besides Boise State that you think could be a big problem for them? Because if it's not, and it's just Boise, that game's for the playoffs against Boise State.
I do think that's going to be the game for the playoffs. But, the game there's 2 games that I'm going to have circled. and I believe they're sandwiched in between Boise, and that's Oregon State and San Jose State. The reason why San Jose State, UNLV hasn't beat them in San Jose since 1991. So
they play a lot.
That's a long time, but at the same time, this UNLV team matches up well with them. And then Oregon State, I think that game there might be a little bit. I don't want to say they're looking ahead because that's not what they do, but I think they're going to be juiced because they know all the trash that the Oregon State people, the fans, and people that wanted UNLV in the Pac-12 and then not make it or didn't want them in for whatever reason. Those kids are well aware of it. The coaching staff is well aware of it. They're well aware of what's being said. I mean, Mike Shear tweeted out after the game ended, like 5 minutes after the game, and then talk about that in all capital letters on his X account. So they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. So I would say that Oregon State and the San Jose State game, those are the two games that I would kind of like that those three games are the games that I would look at like, okay, these are the ones they have to watch out for in case if it's a trap game or a game where after you have a big win, now you're coming against San Jose State and you're coming up against a team that you feel you should be because you just beat Boise, if that were to happen, and then there's that letdown game. So those are the two games. Other than that, I mean, I think it's clear sailing. And what I'll say this about Rashad Tanner, he's got a great story, a walk-on from Hawaii. And he works out with and trains with Mark McMillan in the offseason, former Alabama player, Kansas City Chief, Philadelphia Eagle in the 90s. And last year I was able to have lunch with Rashad and another player that's no longer there, Davon Walden, for Mark's. He has a nonprofit where he does stuff for St. Jude, where he builds pizzas for him, creates pizzas. And we were there and he said, Joe, watch. Before I leave, I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to make a play that's going to go down in UNLV history. Watch. Oh, and this is from a walk-on guy and such a nice kid overall, and to do it and be paying his way to have come up with that play. And then on the sideline all game, when I went down there around the fourth quarter, late third, early fourth quarter, and I can't say the jubilation that they had. And it was just Catalan came over, bro. Did you see that catch? You see how man? You see how I didn't even see it, man. I just tried to get my leg down in. Jonathan Baldwin the same way. Brendan Marion came over to me and said some words, and he brought up an interesting, it's something interesting. He said, for years I've been investigated by the NCAA for trying to helping kids get paid. Now I'm not trying to get a kid paid. Like, what are you talking about? Now you got talking heads talking about I need to be fired. Man, whatever. You see what we can do. We got our guy at quarterback. Look what he's doing. So this team is they're riding high right now, and I don't know if there's a team that can stop them, to be honest.
Woo! Write the headline. This is the last one for me, sir, before we let you go, and then I'll see you tonight. What's the headline after the game or on Monday? What are we talking about? I mean, UNLV ranked first time, national story tonight. What's the headline tomorrow morning?
UNLV squeezes the juice out of Syracuse on their way to a top 20 ranking.
Wow. I got one more for you before you leave, because this is making its rounds around college football, and I want to get your take of it. This is from one of the biggest NAL collectives. This is the projected 72 school Power 12 conference. There are 12 different divisions. The one large omission here is UNLV is not part of this. Will they rue the day that they took the money and did not join to basically stay with the Mountain West Conference and not join the Pac-12? Because if they're part of the Pac-12, they might be on that list. They're not on the list if we would go to a Power 72. How big of a deal could this be long term?
I don't think it's going to be. I think within the next 5 years they'll be in the Big 12. Look, here's the deal. Yeah, that's been the goal the entire time. Like, I can say that right now.
Wow. Okay.
Based off what I've been told that I'm not privy to share, it was close before certain things happened. So I could say the Big 12 is the end goal. Look, this deal they're getting $24.8 million just for re-signing with the conference. $14 million going into next year alone, which is infused to their athletic department. Then you get an additional 1.5 to 1.8, plus you're getting 24.5% of the media deal, which is only equaled by Air Force for the conference. And on top of that, you don't have a grant of rights. You can leave at any time to go to whatever conference and not pay an exit fee. Eric Harper negotiated his ass off with this deal. For the first time in UNLV history, they are wanted, they are appreciated, and they are viewed upon as a marquee member of a conference.
Yep.
It's never been that way before. Even when Tark was here in the WCC, it was still just, it's just UNLV basketball, Tark, whatever. There was never like, they're getting more money. We need to really promote this market. We need to really come together and support because they can carry us somewhere. And I believe they can. And look, UTEP, I mean, they're off to an 0-5 start. I watched the game last night. I don't expect much out of them, but they're investing money into their athletic program. I don't know about, Hawaii may be a full member. That's good because that's some money that can infuse and get a stadium built there for football and help their athletic department, which I think playing Hawaii every year is a good thing. And then you look at schools like, was it Tarleton or, Texas State declined when they decided to stay in their conference. But Tarleton is one of the wealthiest universities in the country, and they're out of all the FCS schools, probably the most ready to take that next step up. And it puts another foothold in the Texas market. So if you were to bring them in, plus NIU and Toledo into the Mountain West as football only schools, you have something there. And then UNLV dominates it for 4 or 5 years. They do what Boise did. Then you dip. Then you go. Then you leave and go to the Big 12 like TCU did. So I mean, there's an avenue, and it's really the Tark way. People say it's the Gonzaga way. No, it's the Tarkanian way. Tark did this with the WCC for years. You schedule strong out of conference games, so you play big boys. You handle them when the ones you can, and then you beat the crap out of your conference.
Your conference. Yep.
You do that. You sit on good. I think you sit on good standing. So I don't think they're going to be left out. I think the market's about to. I mean, we talk about it privately all the time about the market exploding and becoming a sports town and whatnot. So for me, I don't think that it's going to be something that's a detriment to them. I think it's something that's going to help them in the long run. Actually, if they hold up their end and they win. Now, people could point out there's a $21 million deficit. It's not $21 million. It's less than that in the athletic department. But here's the thing that very few people understand. All athletic departments work in a deficit. They're nonprofits. And a lot of the money that's in this deficit is tied up $6 million into the Fertitta complex, and the rest of the money being tied up into future things that are being built or that are currently being built. So it's not that the money isn't there. It's just being allocated to where it needs to be allocated to. With this additional $14 million that's being infused into the program, now you lock Barry Odom in long term. You give him a raise for his staff, and then you can spread that money out. Maybe with Lindy LaRocque, you give her a raise to keep the women's basketball program going. Maybe put some money towards the dome that they want to build across from the Fertitta complex to make an indoor practice field plus soccer field and track and field, which helps your Title IX issues that you have. This helps them build everything. And Desiree Reed-Francois could be a lot of things to UNLV fans as far as her being an athletic director. But she did the one thing that she did good. Yeah. And I'll say it's the one thing that she did good is she went to the Pac-12 and the Big 12 and said, what do we need to do as a university to meet your standards to get us in your conference down the road? And UNLV has met and exceeded those standards. So when I say it's a process, Tina Kunzer-Murphy hired Tony. They got the Fertitta complex built, and Tina helped get the Allegiant Stadium bill passed. Right. Desiree came in with what she did to get the school ready to go move to the Big 12 or the Pac-12, should that happen. And then you look at what Eric Harper's doing now. Eric Harper he negotiated this deal that potentially could put UNLV in a situation where financially they're in the best situation they've ever been in as a university. Now it comes down to Barry Odom, Kevin Kruger, Lindy LaRocque going out there winning games. And if they're able to do that,
win tonight.
Not a problem.
Win tonight.
Starts tonight.
Joe, we'll see you tonight. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you down the road. We'll talk to you soon.
Too.
It's Joe Rigo, Franchise Media, joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Good to get Joe on a busy day for him, obviously, where he's got a lot of stuff cooking for the game tonight for UNLV up against Syracuse.
Guys, Joe is fine. He's not under duress. It looks like sometimes when people come on, they're fine. Like obviously the side of the house, the room he's in, the light was off. It was fine. Everything's good. Everybody relax.
Where are you on the money? It's down to 5.5. Total is 55.5. I wanted to go up. It's gone way down. I'm mad. I missed 58.5. I should have taken it.
We told everybody yesterday.
I was waiting. I was getting greedy.
Yeah,
I wanted 60.
No, it was no
4-0 against the number UNLV.
Right. Well, you think it's I don't know.
I got that Lucy with the football feeling tonight.
Oh, don't say that.
That's
so
how
many
I
good
feel.
things going on. I want to see him. I mean, I would settle for a win and don't cover, but I really think they're gonna score a lot of points.
Yeah, but Syracuse might as well.
It might be. I mean, that might be the
the
best play in the game is the over.
Yeah, I mean Syracuse might score a lot as well. So that's my worry is that Syracuse, their wideouts. I'm just looking at the size differential. This is an ACC roster against a Mountain West Conference roster. Houston had such an enormous amount of talent drain from what has gone on with Houston for the last 3 years. In Kansas, I don't like Daniels. I haven't liked their quarterback play for a long period of time. They've got great weapons on the outside, but they have a quarterback who's just completely, in a lot of ways, brain dead throwing the football. So he made massive mistakes, huge turnovers, big plays for the defense for UNLV that let them come from behind and win that game in the second half. Look, Kyle McCord, Ohio State fans couldn't stand him because he couldn't beat the big boys, couldn't beat Michigan, couldn't win a big one. But this is not, I love UNLV. This is not Jim Harbaugh in Michigan, okay? This is a different type of team. I love Barry Odom, but it's just I'm worried about UNLV's ability to get their receivers free. Ricky White is an incredible Mountain West Conference receiver, but if he played in the ACC, he would just be a top-level receiver. He wouldn't be the best. He wouldn't be as big. So I just think everyone talks about who Syracuse has played and the travel and whatnot. And I kind of roll it back and say, okay, I know UNLV went on the road. I was on them on Houston. I was on them with Kansas. I've bet this team for a while. I've watched every game. They're unbelievable. I love what they've got with Williams now, the ability to throw the ball down the field. I'm concerned about the talent. The Jimmy and the Joes here could come into play. They very well might win, but I'll be very curious to see what UNLV does. I think it's a 3-point win for UNLV. 6.5 is too heavy.
Cover. Yeah, I like them to cover.
So we'll see what happens with that. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I hope I'm going to be there. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I watch UNLV go and do what Joe said. I hope they blast the hell out of Syracuse and they'll have wins over 2 Big 12 schools and an ACC school with a game against a Pac-12 school left to play with Oregon State.
5 games in. Like that's, I mean, it's you can't. That's what I mean. Like Monday when the polls and everybody starts talking about it and reviews the weekend, they can't deny it. Those will be all qualified wins. We don't have to worry about till college basketball starts talking about the quadrants. This is a quadrant 1 win or quadrant 2 win. It's 3 quality wins against 3 quality opponents, at least in big conferences. Yeah. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
I mean, Kansas is 0-5 ATS. Kansas stinks. So it's like it's hard. It's hard.
That's
to
fine,
hang your hat
but they're in a
Kansas.
big conference.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. No, from a UNLV perspective, who cares? They're a Big 12 and ACC school. I don't care if they're the bottom basement of Big 12 and ACC schools. You've been laughed at and stepped over for so long about being a Group of 5 school to have 3 power conference wins in the non-conference before you take on really. I mean, they played 1 conference game against a Fresno State team that people liked, and they housed them. The game was a laugher. So if they do that again here to Syracuse tonight on national TV, that's going to be, oh my, it's a special night. Very, very special night at Allegiant Stadium tonight for UNLV and Syracuse tonight. It's going to be, it's going to be fun.
Give the kids a poll to vote on that game right there. We got now use 6 because that's kind of the consensus line.
It's back up to 6.
It's 5.5 is only at circa. It's 6 is across the country.
Okay.
So UNLV -6. Syracuse +6. Who you got if you were to play this game? Yeah, we'll put that up. While P-Roll's put that up in the poll, if you guys are watching the show live, vote in the poll. But put your city where you're watching the show from right now, because in about 1 hour from now, we'll start the Roll Call Friday where we'll shout everybody out. I mean, it's October, boys and girls. We got a lot of people in, especially on Fridays, watching the shows. We got to get to 44 states.
Ooh,
I mean, that's a big number, but you know, we got our Alabama now. We had a South Dakota. Both Dakotas popped in last week, so I think we got a shot.
Let's go back to baseball. Guardians are minus 120 over the Tigers. This is the first meeting in the playoffs for Detroit and Cleveland.
And they've been around forever.
This is like, wait, what? Really?
They've been around forever.
I mean, this number says the Tigers are going to be a problem, is it not?
Absolutely.
For the Guardians?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But we don't know who's starting game one, and yet the Guardians are minus 1.
That's a problem. Like I wish I wish they knew. Like I don't know, and that's fine because I'm sitting here in Las Vegas doing BBB with you and like walking around town and talking about this stuff. But it would certainly help to know who's starting. The game's tomorrow. Like just put it out there, AJ. Just ask somebody.
I don't know if he knows.
I don't know if he knows. That's a great point. I don't know if he knows. I mean, we got Fish in here watching a show from Detroit. We got Clear Check watching a show from Detroit. You got who's starting tomorrow?
Rosa, Holton, and Schoolbull 1-2 got confirmed. So it's a bullpen. So it's a bullpen. It's a bullpen game tomorrow.
Fine.
Oh, in game one, bullpen.
I mean, that's not ideal. Oh. It's not ideal.
That's not good.
But this is the system. You just
put them
in a series, and they only had to play 2. So,
ouch.
But we got Schoolbull Sunday.
Yeah,
Schoolbull
that's huge.
Sunday.
That's
I like that. You better not let the Tigers win game one. You're right, Fish. Don't let them win game one. If they win game one, and then Schoolbull holds serve in game 2, and they have an opportunity to come to Detroit, oh my goodness. No, I don't even know. Won't be able to sleep. That'll be incredible.
Game 2 is Monday. So there we go.
Game 2 is Monday. They're playing 3 days in a row. Oh,
no.
They're skipping Sunday.
They're skipping Sunday. They play Monday.
Oh, okay.
It's actually better for the Tigers to get Schoolbull on natural rest.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, they get full throttle
like that
on Schoolbull. So
who's
Dodgers
more pressure on in that series? I think all the pressure
Guardians.
in the world's on Cleveland.
Yeah, there's nothing on the Tigers anymore. That's it. This is all house money. Them and the Royals, all house money. No stress at all. Like this is just all the pressure is on the
so they play Saturday with an off day Sunday and stay in Cleveland Monday, and then Wednesday, Thursday for Detroit. The game.
Do you have any issue? I saw someone going on a rant yesterday, and did I get rid of that? I did. Shoot, I got. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. So, do you have any issue that the Dodgers are playing a lower seeded team than the Phillies are?
No, they don't reseed.
I know, but they do. They have in other sports that the Phillies get to play a 6 seed and the Dodgers play a 4 seed. Is that fair? The Yankees are playing a 5 seed, and the Cleveland Guardians are playing a 6 seed. Right. So both 2 seeds are playing an easier matchup than the number 1 seeds are. Is that a problem?
Theoretically, they are.
Well, I mean, why do you play the regular season? It's why you play the regular season to have seeding, get a playoff spot, and get a seeding.
Right. So they put them in the bracket as seeded. You know the deal. I don't think it's unfair. It's just the way that worked out. I mean, if the Sixers didn't win, they would be playing the lower seed. So the Sixers won. You can't. You talk about Annie Duke's book
in 3.
You can't play it on results.
Fair. 3. There's 3 years we've had this, and in 2 of the 3 years, this has happened, where the 2 seed gets to play an easier opponent on paper than the 1 seed. I don't care one way or the other. It don't matter to me either way. it's a decent argument to make that we might want to reseed into the DS round because the wild card round is really wonky. Like we're totally adding and changing this bracket consistently.
You don't reseed. It's that simple. So it's in there. I mean, it can happen in the other sports where they don't reseed, but I mean, the wild card is kind of,
yeah, it's making it very wonky and somewhat advantageous for the teams to win in advance. If we see the Tigers and Royals, or we see a wild card team bounce a 1 seed,
It's happened. What are you talking
I know.
about?
And
It
people are going to
happens
start
on the regular.
and people are going to start to question it. They're going to start to question the bracket,
You
saying,
got to beat them sometime. Whether you beat them early or you beat them late, you got to beat them sometime.
right. But people are saying there is a detriment to getting the bye. The bye is not good for baseball. It's not football. It's different. There shouldn't be a bye.
I don't know about that yet.
So
I
we'll
think
see.
the bye is welcome by
I don't think it
players,
is.
by the teams, the health, all that other stuff. It's hard. Again, I heard D-Row talking about it this morning on MLB.
Mhm.
This is a longer break than the All-Star break.
And that's not necessarily good.
It's not. It doesn't.
So I think
sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It's good
I
for
think
the
that's
pitchers,
on life
it's not good
support
for the hitters.
Yeah.
It's
I
don't
think
know.
it's on life. I think it's on life support. I think the bye is going to
Is there a
potentially.
solar eclipse? What the hell just happened outside? That's
I don't know.
crazy. It got super dark over here.
I don't know. So that I think is one of the watching the offseason, how this goes down.
Hold on.
If the one seeds wind up losing and getting bounced, I think we could potentially look at more wild card teams being entered. So you have a bigger bracket. So what you would do with that is people say in the chat are saying, what would you do? You wouldn't have a bracket. You wouldn't have a bye. So the ones and the twos, you would just add more teams into the wild card. So instead of having 6, you'd have 8. So you wind up having 8 teams that got in, expanding the playoffs, and 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, and so on. They all play right away. 16 teams make the playoffs, which is more than half of the league. Baseball's wanted that for a while.
Do you want that as a fan?
No, but that would eliminate you keep on adding stuff anyway. Everyone's always projected that we were going to have 8 teams in from each league anyway. I mean, think about it. If you look at the way the NFL does it, the NFL's got 32 teams and the NFL does it with 7. So there's 14 teams going in. So 32 to 14. That's a little bit less than half. Basketball has more than that. Basketball's got 16 for 30. They have 16 for 30. That's what the NBA has. So then it would be just copying the NBA.
12 for 30. It's too much. I mean, if you're going to do that, shorten the season. You have to shorten the season if you're going to do that.
You wouldn't be adding any more games. You'd add more series because it's still the same games. The wild card teams are still playing. I mean, it's the same thing.
I understand, but now the value of the regular season is lessened again.
I disagree because you would have a 1 seed. You have home field.
I don't think
the 1 seed's a benefit. I don't think the 1 seed. I think it's actually a detriment. Look at the Tigers. I think they're going in there red hot, super excited, and they're hot. They've seen live pitching.
Staff is already burned. I mean,
well, we'll see. We'll see if it's burned. I mean, we'll see. They're burned because they throw 2 pitchers. That's it. But we'll see if it's burned. The other argument is make it go to a 7-game series. Why are we playing 5? It should be a 7-game series.
Oh, I'm all for 2 7s.
So
if they're going to play a 3-game to start, they got to play 7 now and 7. The 5-game, it intensifies everything. I don't know if it always gets the best team through. I don't know. It's the 7-game series is just perfect.
Right. And that would be a bigger advantage for the 1 seed when it comes to pitching, when it comes to rest. If you had a 7-game series, because then you have all 4 of your pitchers ready to go.
Yeah, it's a more indicative of a little bit of a longer term series. I mean, the short term series is. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I think letting in more teams will really lessen. I think it's perfect. 6 teams in.
No, I don't think 6 is short. I would have pulled. I don't like the
30. And
I don't like the 3rd wild card. I like 1 wild card. I don't need 3. It's just I'm not a fan of.
You want to only have 4 teams from each league make the playoffs?
Yeah, I want to be harder. I want to actually be have a real push on the regular season. 1 team gets in, 4 teams from each, 8 teams. Let's go play it. But that's gone. That'll never come back.
Yeah, I don't think that's
gone.
That.
It's 2. I think it's just 6 from each is 2. Yeah, see, 4 and 4. I agree, but that's gone. That'll never happen again. We'll never see 4 and 4 again. The Dodgers are -142 favorites over the Padres. 3rd meeting in 5 years, other than the other 2, which are somewhat, historic. We've seen a lot of this lately with the Dodgers playing the Padres.
I can't get enough of it. I watch it during the regular season.
Yamamoto is bonkers on Saturday.
Come on,
pick a game to watch on Saturday for baseball. This is the game you got to watch.
Well, it's perfect because it's a night game.
Yeah.
So we get to, you know.
But
The
Washington,
usual
Michigan's up against it though.
Yeah. Is it same time?
That was night game. That Washington night.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. I got it right here. Washington and Michigan is 4:30, and the baseball game's 5:30. Okay.
Yeah, up against each other.
It's this time of year. You got to have multiple screens. You got to have multiple feeds. A lot of things happening. Do you think anyone has an edge in this game?
Padres. No pressure.
How many times the Padres see Yamamoto? It's such a unique delivery and different. I don't know. The total 7.5. I'm surprised.
I bet it punch strong. That's why I bet the Padres to win the NL. It's essentially a bet to beat the Dodgers. Essentially what it is. So that's why I bet 5-1 on the Padres to win the pennant.
Oh.
So it's essentially just a win. Padres win this series, and then I could hedge off of it and guaranteed a couple of units of profit.
They bumped it up. It's
after they won the first round. They gave them what? It was 475 or 5-1.
Oh, pennant. It's
not the championship. Pennant
plus 350. Okay, yeah, because they're 6-1
to win it all.
No. Pennant is 6-1 right now.
Why? Why would it go? Why would it go up after winning the series? It makes no sense. They swept them 2-0. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they were expected to do that. I think they're looking for that money. I think the Mets liability is real. The Phillies liability is real. Might be time to go get some.
It's plus 290, Dave. What are you talking about? At FanDuel. It's half. It's been cut in half, basically.
They're shopping a little bit out here. It's a little higher.
Huh. Yeah, it's plus 290 here. I mean, at FanDuel. Phillies are plus 195. Dodgers are plus 180. Padres are the third choice, but they're not that far behind. They're a dollar behind the Dodgers and Phillies.
Okay.
On that. Yeah, nice. You got 6-1. Good. I got 5-1. So, yeah.
There you go.
DK's got him at plus 295. So that makes sense to cut it down. I was like, how are they higher?
275.
Yeah, how are they hired after they looked good, won 2 games in advance, and now they got it. Is Dave Roberts gone if they don't win in the next 2 years? He might be gone if they don't win this year. I mean, we'll see.
I don't think so. They've been talking about that forever. You see the way these playoffs are. But he gets him there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. People like to come at him. All they did is get the 1 seed.
If they lose, though, to the Padres.
So you're going to go get to manage them.
Who? I mean, right. Terry Francona's back. I mean, there's a lot of guys who are out there that you're getting jobs to manage teams. So
I don't know. Rigo said Dodgers Yankees would be the World Series he wants to see. I think a lot of people would probably be on board with that, but
no, thank you.
I want to see this first. I want to see Dodgers Padres first. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be a sneaky good series.
Yankees are $2 favorites. Game 1's Waka against Cole. Yankees are big favorites in game 1.
They got no shot at this game. The Royals have no shot.
Really?
Well, they might as well not show. Right? They might as well not show. $2 favorite in the playoffs? After the Yankees sat for a week? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This one might be the livest dog of them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Walker's been good against the Yankees too.
I'm very surprised that it's this high. I really am. But again, I'm leaning dogs a lot. I like the dogs, and it would behoove things in this house if one of them, Royals and or Tigers, could actually win. But
yeah, but isn't that a problem for you though? Because it's if one wins, right?
Yeah,
and then the Guardians win and the Guardians make it. Is it good for you if the Guardians make it?
I can't believe the Guardians' prices right now.
Too high?
This morning, yeah. Yes.
The American League is wide open. I think any of the 4 teams left won't surprise me at all.
I'm just kind of anti-Yankees right now, which is, not great for content, and it's definitely not great for favorites.
Mm-hmm.
But some positions on some tickets are pretty set on the dogs in the American League. So I'm good with it's the AL Central versus the NYC. And I just need one of them to find a way. Obviously, we're going to get one in the ALCS. So I don't know. Who got a better shot of the 3 teams in American League Central? Who got a better shot to beat the Yankees? Is it the Royals?
Mm-mm.
Who is it? Cleveland?
Yes.
I don't know.
Cleveland's got the best shot just because of the pitching.
Oh,
I mean, they've got the better bats.
Maybe, but I don't know. Put it in the chat, baseball heads. Which one of the American League Central teams got the best shot to beat the Yankees? And I mean, and the Royals got to do it in a 5-game series. A 7-game series changes it too. But, there's JPC. The Ford says the Royals have the pitching. Daniel G. Detroit plays the matchups. Cleveland is.
I'm on Cleveland. I think
year ever.
I will.
I mean, you get a lot of disparity. I mean, that's a good question.
I like Cleveland to win the. Like if you're thinking the way I'm thinking, and that's probably not a good thing if you are. But Royals are 15-1 to win the AL. That's not bad. I think Cleveland is what? Cleveland is
10
to win the American League. They're plus 330 to win the American League. Get 3-1 on Cleveland to do that. Cleveland to win the World Series is 10-1.
See, I mean, what the Yankees are what minus 150 to beat the Guardians if they meet up in the ALCS.
Probably
minus 160
somewhere in there, right? $2 against the Royals, 150 against the Guardians. But isn't that more because it's the Yankees? It's just putting the number where people are going to bet.
Again, it depends on the first game matchup too, because you make the series price with the first game matchup. That's why when I see the game 1 number, I know that the number that was put up in the series is because they're going to win game 1. You don't want to have to move it from minus 140 to minus 250. If you start at minus 200 or game 1 is minus 200, that's the series price plus. So you got to make the series price 220. And again, I'm talking like it's a normal thing to just make series prices and have games and stuff. I kind of take it for granted. But if the Yankees win game 1, the series price goes to like minus $4. So if you like the Royals or think they legit have a shot and you don't think they're going to win game 1, wait. Because they can win game 2.
All right, to football. What a game last night. Falcons walk it off 36-30 on a Hodges walk-off touchdown. Falcons outscored the Bucs 16-3 in the 4th quarter in overtime. If you were on the Bucs last night, that just absolutely stunk. Atlanta winds up getting the game to overtime on a last-second field goal. The Bucs never touched the ball though after the game went to overtime.
You mad about that?
Of course I am. And I won every bet I made on that game. I was 4-0 in that game, and I'm still mad about that.
So funny because me and Jess and Kendall were sitting there while the game was happening. And she's like, as they're going to overtime, well, do both teams get the ball? And I'm like, well, no, not if they score first. If they score a touchdown, then no. And Kendall's on the couch, and you never really know if she's paying attention or if she's even interested. And she goes, well, that's dumb. And I went,
you're right.
I said, but they get to play defense. And then Jess piled on and said, well, so what? Like, so if they stop them, then they get the ball? She's like, so the coin flip means everything. And I went, well, yeah, it does if they score, but they rarely just come down and score. And then, boom, they came right down and scored. And she's
game
like,
over.
Yeah, and she's like, well, that's stupid.
That's why we teased it, Brandon. That's exactly why we teased it. 5-2 now on primetime teasers for that exact reason, to avoid overtime, to avoid any of that nonsense. So it doesn't matter. Game flew over, 38 flew over that, and then I had 7.5, 8, 8.5, all good. No extra point in overtime. 36-30, the final score. Kirk Cousins throws for 4 touchdowns and 500 yards, over 500 yards. He breaks Matt Ryan's record on Matt Ryan night. Matt Ryan was honored at halftime. It was Matt Ryan night, and he broke Matt Ryan's single game record for passing yards by a Falcon quarterback.
Maybe put everything on pause as far as bad quarterback play, right? They had a great night.
Great night.
That was something. And again, I didn't
Both
watch
quarterbacks.
it.
I mean, Baker threw for 3 touchdowns too.
Right.
Baker was good. He only threw for 180 yards, but Baker had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
did you learn anything about either team as far as future?
yeah, both defenses suck. That's what I learned.
I watched that and went, this is all fun and games, but neither one of these teams is winning the Super Bowl.
No. Their defenses are awful.
Let's just keep that real. And again, that's the way I'm looking at a lot of things. Like, all right, this is a fun game. And I'll remember this next time when they play in Tampa. And Tampa will win the next time they play.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a home game for Tampa. But
it'll go over. Total will be like 58.
It might be. After that, you got a lot of questions about a lot of things, but one you don't have a question about is either team's defense in a situation like that. Right?
Bad. I still
Kirk Cousins indoors is going to be a problem when you give him time and you don't hit him on a constant.
Right.
Really good at running the end of the games too. Like the end of the games, they've been every game they've been has been a 1-score game.
Yep. But they're 2-2 though in those games. He's
orchestrated drives late,
mm-hmm.
very consistently. I don't know. I can't take him serious.
Falcons or Kirk?
No, the Falcons.
Oh no, yeah, no. Neither any team in the South I'm not taking seriously. Even the Saints. I think the Saints will beat the Chiefs on Monday night, but even them, I'm not taking championship Super Bowl.
The Saints are going to beat the Chiefs.
I do.
Outright.
Yeah. I think they'll go.
Hate the Chiefs, man.
I do, but I think the Saints are a bad matchup for the Chiefs. I think that's a bad matchup right now for KC, given all the injuries. I mean, KC's playing games, man. They finally put Rice on the IR today because he's about to get suspended for the whole damn year. So, I mean, the Chiefs were waiting. They were not announcing the ACL injury because the NFL is investigating Rice. He should never have played a single snap this year. The biggest joke in the world. Everyone, all these KC fans, sorry, Will, who bitched and whined and cried like little babies for the Patriots and all the special treatment the Patriots got for all the years. Some of the biggest special treatment in the history of the NFL has come down on the KC Chiefs and the shit they get away with. The fact that Rice was allowed to play at all this year is unbelievable. Like, we all just forget that this fucking guy got behind a wheel and drove like a maniac and hurt people. And he's playing football. And everyone's like, it's fine. Let him play football. No big deal. Go ahead. And now he's hurt. And now the NFL comes in and says, yeah, you know what? Shoot. We probably should have suspended you. You probably shouldn't have been playing. And now they're going to suspend Rice because he blows his knee out. Please. Such a joke. Absolute joke that went on with that, with Rice. And that's so, like, all that nonsense about Chief fans whining and crying, because believe me, I heard it for years. Reedy and the Patriots and Belichick and all the whining. Yeah, guess what? Now you guys are getting it and you're like, shh, don't talk. Shh. No. It's okay. It's all good. Now when the shoe's on the other foot, now where are you guys? So just understand where Chief Kingdom is in terms of the NFL. Yes, bad look for the NFL. 100% bad look for the NFL, Jimmy Football. I completely agree with you. And yes, his mom stealing the packages weren't great either. That wasn't a good look.
Oh man,
for that at all. But I saw that yesterday and my head exploded. I was like, oh yeah, now the NFL is going to investigate Rice. And because the Chiefs weren't putting him on the IR or because he's missing 4 games, really gonna miss the whole year, but they're trying to play games because they're going to reinstate him when the NFL suspends him. The suspension will happen this year, not next year. It's ridiculous. And the league's going to let them do it. The league's going to let them get away with it. Wow. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
I didn't see that one coming. I'm glad I put the listening glasses on for that little.
And the refs have been bailing out the Chiefs this year. You're absolutely right. Yes.
The refs have been bailing them out too.
100% this year. Yes. You know what? This 2 of their wins are directly from the referee call. 2 of them. So,
or lack of.
Yes. Or like what? What? Interference? What? Like
he's playing the ball. He's playing the ball, bro.
Going through the guy. Yes, Jimmy, it's a freaking joke. I completely agree with you. Absolute freaking joke what's going on with Kansas City this year. It's been unbelievable.
You guys are favored this week, just for the record.
The Patriots? That might be the single ugliest football game in the history of the NFL. Dolphins, Patriots. If anybody besides Patriot and Dolphin fans are watching that game, I think you need your head checked. That game's going to be 6-3. That game sucks. That game sucks.
Who's going to win?
Who knows? Whoever's kicker is not drunk for the night before.
Patriots may win that game.
They might, yes. I kind of need it for the 5 wins. I'm going to need it for the Patriots to win.
You are going to need that one.
Pats need to win to get over 4.5 wins. Patriots are going to need to win that game. Oregon is laying 23.5 at home against Michigan State, rather. Total's 52. Will you watch any of this game tonight?
No. No, I'll be at the game.
Yeah, it'll be on TV.
So will it be on up there?
Yeah, it's a late night game, but it'll be on too. It's late night. You'll be home to watch second half of this game.
It's on at the same time as the UNLV game.
Oh, I thought it was 7:00 kick. No, 6:00 kick. Okay, that game might be on TV in the press box for you.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll watch a little of it then if it is.
Oh my, Floodhouse has laid 32.5. Oh my.
Floodhouse?
Sparty's going to get shredded. It's possible.
Shredded.
Or look fast tonight. Very possible.
Fast. Michigan State's not.
Yeah, no.
TC greens in this game, and that Michigan State green can get crushed.
TCU is laying 16.5 at home against Houston. I'm almost tempted to lay this. Houston stinks.
Is TCU worthy of laying 16?
No, but Houston stinks. Houston is garbage.
I don't know. That's a lot of puntos.
It is, but I would only lay it. I wouldn't take it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, Covey likes Sparty plus 24. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow.
The juice is on TCU.
Sparty, we had to have a well check on Covey yesterday after the Brewers lost. I was just making sure he was okay, and Mish, all the other guys.
Lay the wood.
Lay the wood.
All right, lay the wood on that.
All right.
He's down to 5.5. Thank you. 5, rather.
Out of 5 in Pennsylvania. Look at that.
Move coming on Syracuse.
Okay.
Tennessee is 4-0 against the number. They're laying 13.5 points on the road at Arkansas, but the Razorbacks are 4-1 ATS. This is a danger spot in our 4-3-2-1 contest. It's a number 1 pick.
Tennessee
laying 13.5. Tennessee, number 1 pick in the contest.
I didn't even look at that yet.
No, thank you.
Wow. Danger spot to lose or to just not cover?
Just not cover. Not cover.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, Woo Pig Suey in the back end on a backdoor cover. I want no part of the second half of that game. None.
I hate taking the dog and not thinking they got a shot to win.
But Arkansas is not good, but they're 4-1 ATS.
I know.
So they, like last week, they lose and they cover.
Tennessee first half,
obviously.
Right.
Already bet it. I got 6.5, but 7 now.
Can't see Arkansas scoring that many points, man. 370. What's the total? 370 is refresh. 56.5 under. That's an under. Maybe dog is live to cover. Maybe dog is the play.
I want no part of the second half of that game. None. These are fun games. Army is 4-0 ATS. They're laying 12.5 against Tulsa. Tulsa's 2-3 ATS. Didn't cover last time at home against Oklahoma State, but do you buy Army laying 12.5 points on the road? Army?
Literally, this is the first time all week that anyone has mentioned that Army is playing at Tulsa to me.
They're 4-0 ATS.
For the first time. Oh my. I have no idea.
Army's looked pretty good offensively. That's
I
why
am
they're
so focused on the baseball that Army and Tulsa did not make the radar for me.
okay.
So I can't even give you a legitimate take on that.
Okay. Everyone's saying bet the under, right? For any military academy games. Be careful. Navy's 4-0 to the over this year. Air Force is 3-1 to the under, but the total is 37. Navy games haven't just gone over. They've flown over this year.
Where is this game at?
At Air Force, right? This is at Air Force.
There it is. 347, 348. Navy at Air Force.
Yeah.
37? The spread is 9.5 or 10? So is this a shutout? Is Air Force that bad?
I don't understand. This number is too low. Everyone's just going to bet it because it's like everyone's using that same military academy versus military academy record is like ridiculous to the under. Navy's not playing football anymore like this. Navy throws the ball now. Navy puts points up. It's wild.
AOWN just came in and said Air Force is a bottom 10 to 15 FBS team.
Potentially.
Otto, welcome into the chat, Christopher. Hockey season's starting next week.
Today?
Not today.
I agree.
I mean, the games are today, but come on. It's
One today, one tomorrow. Nah.
He
not
said
the
lay
start.
it with Navy. Otto's back. I don't
No,
know.
everyone's not on the over, SoCal DJ. Everyone's on the under. Everyone's on the under.
It moved 2 points to the over.
Correct. The pros are moving it, but the public is all running around with the military academy record saying when these two academies play, it's always under. It's always under. I'm like, I don't think so. Be careful.
Navy is fun.
They are. Offensively, they're fun. Yeah.
WV Punch Drunk said it.
Offensively, they fun. Yes, taking the over. It's not a bad play at all. Not a bad play at all. I'm on the over for sure.
KC said the Discord, which is available at thebvbshow.com. You can get in the Discord.
Oh, wow. Discord loves the over.
Discord loves the over. Well, take that for what it's worth, boys.
Navy can cover 37 by themselves. They have scored 40 points in the game. They've scored 40 this year. Yeah.
Clown MP3. Really?
He's not wrong.
I mean, this isn't like triple option versus triple option.
No. Air Force runs that, but not Navy. No. Navy has scored 49, 38, 56, and 41.
Hello.
In their 4 games this year.
Wow.
They're 4-0 straight up. They're 3-1 ATS, and they're 4-0 to the over. They beat Bucknell, Temple, Memphis, and UAB.
Bucknell, Temple, Memphis, and UAB. That's not really a murderer's row.
Neither is Air Force, though. They can score 40 themselves.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I mean. Navy could just go the over and put it down and
why is that total so low? It doesn't make sense. Nothing
the trend. Because of the trends. Everyone says
that number's low. I mean, the number could be 41.
Right.
It's at a low 30. It started at 35.
37.
35.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Pittsburgh is 4-0 against the number. They're laying 2.5 on the road against North Carolina. The Tar Heels were 0-4-1 against the number.
So after Jess got off to work and Little Consig got off to school, I made a couple calls this week, today, about people coming to town this week for G2E. So there's a bunch of people coming to town. One of my dear friends who I met this summer when I went back to Pittsburgh, who I'd only worked with and talked to over the phone. I call him Marty the Mush. He's a Pitt guy.
Okay.
We're talking, and he goes, Pitt's never won at Chapel Hill?
Wow. Ever.
And I said, what? And he goes, go back. Johnny Majors, Walt Harris, Paul, never won. Because I said to him, because he's a Pitt guy, and he loves we go back and forth with the Pitt Penn State stuff. And he hit me with that. And I said, I'm going to shout you out on the show today, Marty. Make sure you watch it. And if you want to get that sponsor lined up, get it lined up. We're talking to people about all kinds of things. Try to get them to, work on somebody to get us to come to Pittsburgh. Can't come this weekend, boys. I'm not coming to see the Cowboys.
But Mac Brown makes it possible.
Thank you. This is what you have to look at in this game, right? Apparently, they're getting the big running back. Pitt is.
Okay. Oh, really?
So it's a positive, yet the
Okay.
number has come off of 3 in some places.
Right.
And it's 2.5. I like Pitt.
I like Pitt. I was on Carolina last week against Duke. They lost at 21-20. They had the lead up 20-0, give it 21 straight. North Carolina's offense is defense is horrible. Like their defense can't stop anybody. Duke, they played one good half, and then Duke ran 3 touchdowns down their throat and won the game 21-20.
I can't remember the kid's name that plays quarterback for Pitt off the top of my head, but Marty was kind of saying he will hold the key to the whole thing. He's been elusive.
Okay.
And he's been one of those teams, one of those guys who can get first downs when you don't think he can get first downs.
Yeah,
right?
They beat Kent 55-24. They beat Cincinnati 28-27. They beat West Virginia 38-34, and they beat Youngstown State 73-17. The win was at Cincinnati. They're 1-0 on the road.
Right.
Give me Pitt. Give me Pitt minus 2.5. What am I missing in that?
It's hard to win sometimes these ACC road favorites. I've seen it for years. Nicky DeBlade used to come with plays, and the doctor used to love to put. In fact, I don't know if he has one of these ACC dogs in his 4-game parlay. The
BVB whole consensus. UNT. Oh, there we go. Our resident Pittsburgh person. UNT gives Pittsburgh fits.
Come on, Lewis. They're not ready to lose yet. Holstein. That's the guy's name. Thank you, Rainmaker. Thank you, Lewis. I don't know.
So, Kansas is 0-5 against the number. Arizona State's 3-1.
Yeah.
Tell me why this number is only 2.
I can't.
I don't understand.
Can't.
This doesn't make any sense to me.
You know what that screams?
Bet the dog?
Without a doubt. I don't know. Why? Well, why? This is another one where you just look at the number and you go, why? I don't know why.
Arizona State's not great, but they're better than Kansas.
357, 358. What's the total in this? I
mean, Arizona State beat an SEC school at home already. They beat Mississippi State at home.
I don't know. Is this a miss? Maybe this is an odds maker miss.
I'm playing the first half of that game.
Right?
KU is a slow starter.
Hmm.
They're 0-5 in the first half. They're 0-5 in the game.
Yikes.
Yeah. Not good. Not good at all. To the NFL we go. Vikings in London laying 2.5 against the Jets. All this Devontae Adams talk for the Jets. Oh, no, he's going to the Ravens.
Wait,
Look out.
Are we done with the college football?
Yes. Why?
Can I? Well, I just wanted to ask about the Michigan-Washington game.
Sure. We talked about it yesterday. Those are games we didn't talk about yet. Today was games we didn't talk about. What do you want to talk about?
I know, but if people didn't see the show yesterday and they didn't go back and watch, which they should if they haven't.
It's a million ranked games that we could have went over yesterday.
No. I know.
What
Just
about it?
real quickly, has anything changed your mind with Michigan-Washington as of today?
Washington money line.
Yeah.
2.5. Nothing's changed my mind. I was on Washington last week. They should have won against Rutgers. Pissed me off. I'm going to come back and I'm going to lose it with the football again with them. I'm just going to go ahead and take Washington. Same thing. It's the same. I think Washington was the side last week against Rutgers. It was just an awful performance, and by that kicker missing 3 kicks. Hopefully the kid learned how to kick.
Yeah.
he's got to kick field goals. But Michigan on the road, on the West Coast, in one of the harder places to play with a quarterback who can't throw. I mean, give me Washington. There's no buzz for the game, which is really weird because it's so different.
So different, and it's in that different time slot. It'll be on NBC. So that's a national game, and then the other game I wanted to ask you about was UCLA Penn State. I mean, I know it's a big number, but Penn State, look ahead.
Stay
number
away.
Next week is in the Coliseum. Penn State plays at USC. It's 2.5.
I don't know. I mean, UCLA could be in the game late, or they could be down by 50. I mean, they're not.
First thought was it's a lot of points, but I've had a couple people text me and say UCLA's not scoring more than 13 points.
I would agree with that. UCLA team total under may be the only way to play it. They just don't score. So,
Okay.
yeah, I agree. See, I'm not touching the UCLA Penn State game. It screams stay away.
All right.
It's like no. Next week for Big Ten Survivor is crazy hard. You're right, because all those games on October the 12th.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be hard for you guys in the Big 12.
This
the Big
was
Ten
exactly
Survivor.
the week where it
Yeah.
started to get. I said, geez, this is going to be fun when we get to October. When we looked at that thing and said, just do the Big Ten, I went, wow, look, October 5th is good. October 12th is impossible. Who are you going to use? This is a great week next week in the Big Ten. A lot of good matchups.
Somebody post,
laydowns.
by the way, if you could post the leaderboard, because I can't access the leaderboard in Nevada. So on our Discord channel, go to thebvbshow.com, get in the Discord channel, and then post a leaderboard, because I want to start to watch and see how many of you guys are left.
Yeah.
For our Big Ten Survivor, because I can't see it. I just went to go look at it, and I'm geo-targeted out because I'm in Nevada, so I can't see the leaderboard. So show me the leaderboard. I want to see where you guys screenshot it and post it, because it'll be fun. All right, to the NFL. Vikings, Jets. All reports coming out now that Devontae Adams could be headed to the Ravens, which is pretty wild if that ends up going down.
Wow. Really?
Huge addition to Baltimore if they wind up getting him. Could be for like 1 million picks that they may be like mortgaging everything to go get him, which would be, if they get him, Lamar and him together. Oh my gosh. That would be wild.
That'd be good for them.
4-0 first half, 4-0 for the game, 4-0 straight up. Vikings.
Steelers, that stinks. I hate this game. I London games. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. This is a watch. This is not a
hard
bet.
pass.
Yeah. This is a
Be up early. Watch
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Ravens at Cincy.
For those of you that watch the show that are in the industry and you actually have to get up and go work at a book out west.
Sorry. Yeah.
I remember those days. That was a 4:30 wake-up call to be at the book by 5 to get the bank and get settled and open by 5:30, because they wanted us open 1 hour before kickoff.
Wow.
The most bets I ever took on it in person in a book in Vegas was 3.
Were you mad every time?
No, but after the first time, I insisted that it was like, all right, we really think people are going to show up? Oh, yeah, it's going to be busy. It's the NFL. It's Sunday morning in Vegas. No. But, one time, Champ showed up, wanted to bet $500,000 on it, so it was worth being open.
Wow.
So you just never know. But then, I was never mad, because I got to sit and watch the game.
Right.
Nobody showed up. Sunday, you've been in the books. If you go to the book before 8 a.m. Sunday, you're good.
That's dead. Oh, yeah.
It's a late arriving crowd Sunday.
Well, because it's first thing in the morning. It's 9 a.m.
Even like college basketball, the buzz in the mornings is good, because the games start at 8 or 9.
And people in the East Coast, people are in town, so they're up. Here on a Sunday, we're sleeping.
On Saturdays, there's more people, I think, in the books by 8. But the NFL crowd, it's like everybody just wakes up and goes, oh, it's kickoff time. Let's come downstairs and go in the book. Nobody shows until like 8:45. So, yeah, nobody in the book for that. Ravens Cincy, this is easy. Easy. This is easy.
What?
Ravens Cincy.
What's the play?
Oh, it's Bengals.
Okay.
Bengals win.
Okay.
No question. You don't think so?
No.
Close the poll we got on the UNLV and put this one up. Ravens this is the early premier game, right?
Ravens are going to run the ball down the throat of Cincinnati. They're going to have no answer to stop them. Yeah, this is bad for the Bengals. This is bad for the Bengals.
Oh, Bengals win this outright.
Yeah, this is.
Put Ravens -2.5, Bengals +2.5 for the poll for the chat.
UNLV 61% coming on UNLV.
61% to 39%. That's good. That's a good number. If it's 6.5. So it was 6. I'm curious what the boys and girls think about this one.
Yeah, I think I think that this is being close to a lost season for the Bengals.
Really?
Yeah. This is everything about this year is going the wrong direction for the Bengals.
The Ravens off that Sunday night national TV ass whooping of the Bills just take the show on the road.
They were open. They opened 0-2
division game.
They opened
lay it
0-2.
on them.
They opened 0-2. This team already had their stub their toe game. They've already had this. They've already had this issue. They've already gone through this where the Bengals are a divisional opponent. They know it's Joe Burrow. They have their full attention. There is no overlooking this game. There is, unless you see a nuclear game from Jamar Chase, this is not good. They can't run the ball. Okay. They can't run the ball. They got big problems. It's a one-dimensional team. Joe Burrow's wrist doesn't look great. Their offensive line's got big question marks. Ravens are going to be, go ahead, buy it up to 3 if you want. But under 3, this is because I think all the pros think it's Bengals. Okay, give me the Ravens. That was the team last week that I bet to win the Super Bowl. Not backing off of it.
Right.
Here comes the Ravens. Here comes Lamar. This is you cannot fall. You have a chance because the Steelers can lose, and the Steelers can lose on Sunday night, and then they're right back in the race for the division.
I'm not really ready for the Steelers to lose to the Cowboys. I just don't want to hear Monday.
But it could happen.
I ain't watching squad douche on Monday. If the Steelers lose and lose convincingly, I can't even turn the television on.
We'll get to that game.
Cowboy fans will all be out. They'll be talking about the history. Please, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it.
Bills, Texans.
Under the.
Ooh.
Under the.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Under.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be dead wrong. I like under. You like a side in this? I don't have a clue about the side.
I have no idea. This is a stay away game.
I don't have a clue about the side.
I have no idea.
No.
I think if you put a gun to my head, I would take the Bills, but I have no definitive hard opinion on it. And did it flip to Texans -1? It's a pick one. It's ping
pick one.
It's ping everywhere. It's ping pong back and forth.
It's Houston. Houston's a favorite -1. But again, this is just this has been a probably multi-decade exercise in games that are lined 1 in the NFL in books all over the world. They take the 1 and then they move it to the other side and they take the other side and they just kill you. It's annoying as hell. The 1 and pick and 1, the absolute worst.
Mixon's still out. Mixon is still out to Juice. He's not going to play for the Texans. So
I don't know what the Texans did to their uniforms. I can't stand them. I watch them on TV and they darken the blue. I don't know. Watch the game. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way their offense looks. I don't know. Diggs revenge game? Huh.
Yeah, it is, but I wouldn't touch it. This is a watch. It's a good game. It's a fun game to watch. It's a learn game for me. Let's see what these two teams look like. I think there's question marks on both offenses right now. Nico Collins was so damn good last week against the Jaguars, but I think it was more the Jaguars just throwing up all over themselves and not so much what the Texans were doing. So Buffalo has a chance to get a big win here. Could be a tiebreaker down the road for them. So, yeah.
It's just going to be a good game. Yeah, might be the best game of the day, Punch Drunk One said.
He's right, but it's not like I want to run to the window and bet it.
I'm going to sum up the NFL for you this week. All right, ready?
Yep. 2.5, 2.5, 1, 2.5, 2.5, 1.
Okay, it's 2.5, 4, 2.5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 7, 3.5 or 3, 7, 2.5, and then by the way, Monday night is 5.5.
Do you still maintain that we are getting to Christmas for the Survivor in Circa?
I think
there's 400.
People,
450 people are left in this thing.
Yeah, I think so.
You think we're going all the way to Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think we're getting to Christmas. I'm not sure we get to Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we will.
I don't know if we get to Thanksgiving.
This week, though?
This week could knock out a ton of people.
Do you comfortably go, all right, I made it this far. There's 400 people left. My entry's worth X. I'm going to take Seattle.
Good luck. $30,000. Your entry's worth $30,000.
Right. It's a money line bet on Seattle, the biggest favorite.
For $30,000.
No,
it's
instead
two
I'm going to take
Niners,
San Francisco, who don't have anybody playing. And they're playing a division game.
Yep. I got the Cardinals.
Right? So those are the two warm and fuzzy ones. Otherwise, you got to step out a little bit and play somebody that you're not really sure about. I don't think you can use Kansas City this week. If you haven't used Kansas City yet, I don't think you use them this week because now you got to start thinking about saving somebody.
Patriots and Survivor. What are you doing?
Patriots and Survivor. I'm going to have to, I might call this guy when he sends it.
That'd be amazing if somebody,
something else.
Commanders would be extremely popular. Yes, extremely popular pick.
And I don't know if that's right. Did we just have Matt Summerall checking in from Guatemala?
Yes, he did.
Hello, Matt.
Summerall. So go ahead and count that.
We'll do
a roll call Friday here. We have one more game left and then roll call Friday.
Perfect.
Cowboys at Steelers.
I don't talk about this game.
You're not talking
about this game.
Why are you not talking about it? You're gonna lose.
You just tell me the Cowboys are going there and winning.
You're gonna lose.
There's
wheels gonna come off. Wheels gonna come off the Steelers.
Are you? What? It's Sunday night.
It's possible.
Nah.
Cowboys are desperate, like capital D desperate. They need a win so bad. You gotta get a W. Yeah.
Cowboys money line, Whitrock.
I don't think it's the wrong play. I really don't.
Steelers at home in prime time with Tomlin.
What if it's the Justin Fields come back to earth game? I mean, he was fumbling and tripling and doing everything else wrong last week.
Man, the Cowboys can't run. Dak is gonna. I mean, TJ Watt's gonna be in that backfield a lot.
Probably so. Why is number only 2.5 then?
I don't know. Because it's the Cowboys.
It's no Micah Parsons. That's true. No Micah Parsons. That's very true.
And you have to. I mean, you can't make them too big of a favorite. I mean, you just know what they're going to bet. So I get it. I do. I understand the number. A lot of times, they're definitely going to win. Why only 2.5? Well, because I will get literally people flying in from Austin, Texas, California. They'll be flying here to bet the Cowboys at +3. Just bags. Sorry, Dave. Love you, but Cowboys lose this week, and the season might be cooked. Look at their schedule. That's from Whitrock, Cowboys fan. Okay. Nah. I don't know. Type it in the poll. Type it in the chat. Before you type your roll calls and your 3-digit area codes, put the winner of this game. PITDAL. Dallas D is trash. No Micah Parsons. Tell them, Lewis. Season is already cooked for the Cowboys. Otto knows. Fields has rushing potential. Over. No threes at kickoff. I'll take Dallas. LL, really? What am I missing? I don't know. Maybe it's that obvious. God.
I don't know if it's that obvious. I think that there's going to be a couple of swing plays in this game. And if they go against the Steelers like last week, they could wind up in trouble.
Wow.
I don't know. If I bet it, I'll be same game teasing it. I'll be giving the Cowboys 8.5.
That's fine. You can do that. Don't touch
5-2.
No, don't touch a side, please, in the game. I don't want you to touch
you.
Let the game go.
No,
don't get involved in this game. Bet the Patriots.
My NFL. Hey,
bet the Patriots.
You're wrong. My NFL. I'm over 60% in the NFL this year. You want me on your side? It's 5 weeks in. It's more.
You need me on that wall.
It's 5 weeks in. It's in a couple of weeks in. In a couple of weeks in.
Stay away from this game.
If I'm taking it, I'm taking the Cowboys +2.5.
That's
or 8.5. I may be teasing it up on that, but I think you guys are in trouble. I think it's come back down to earth time for the Steelers.
Really?
Cowboys need this game desperately. 15-4, meh, possible.
Is that
possibly? It's low.
Origami.
10-7 Steelers picking the line.
4? Has there ever been a game 15-4? I don't think so.
No.
How can you get 4? 2 safeties? Doctor's parlay, real quick.
Oh God!
Before we do the roll call Friday. There's 4 games.
Well, how bad was last week? I played it the first 2 weeks. I couldn't play it last week because I hated the games.
I don't even know. I didn't even look. I haven't. I got to go back.
I don't think it went well last week either. 4
college games, all on the money line.
Okay.
I mean, you're really going to need your scope if you're going to shoot this one out. All right.
Okay.
This is all angles. Who knows? Game number 318, Charlotte is home against East Carolina.
Oh, my. Okay.
Game number 339, Duke is a dog against Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech.
Oh, God.
These are around 7 to 8 point dogs.
Yikes.
The third one is Texas Tech at Arizona.
Don't hate that.
And that one's about 5.5, 6. So that one's a little bit less. And then the other one is a home dog short number, Arkansas State, game number 388 at home against South Alabama.
That is like the number. What number pick was that? Our 4-3-2-1 contest. Everyone's on that.
On Arkansas State?
Yep.
Okay. That must be a sharp side.
Yeah. Why is everybody like that game?
I don't know. I just got it from the doctor. He's down and he's out to lunch down south, down in Central America. And I said, "Where's the parlay?"
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said, the parlay. People want the parlay. One Snap's texting me. You got it, One Snap? You got it? All right. There you go. Guys, right now I need you to put in your 3-digit area code of where you're watching the show from. We do this thing every Friday. It's called Roll Call Friday. It's a chance to be recognized from wherever you are at, watching, listening to the show. It's a way of us showing kind of appreciation for the growth of the show, the community that we're trying to build. We didn't even start out with that intention. We were starting out to just talk about sports. And before you know it, we got hats, we got chats, we got always forward, never straight.
And
we got quarter zips coming.
And
hoodies. We got what? This show is weird?
No. We have stingers.
Trumpets.
We have trumpets.
Bring it back.
That's for you.
Bring it back. That got everybody. Big crowd. That's the Brigade Proxy Service stinger, which went away when football season started. But for the real ones, you needed it. You wanted it. You got it.
You got
that
it.
Got me extremely, extremely fired up. And that woke everybody up for the Roll Call Friday. Nice work, sir. That was great. Yeah, you got some people unexpectedly like JC from KC. Whoa, Mr. Anderson, once you hit it again, we're not hitting it again.
No.
Not right now.
No.
But that was good. Run. That was really good. I didn't even cue you on that one. That was nice. That was good. You got me a little bit. I almost peed my pants a little bit. That was good.
You ready?
I am ready. Let's fire it up right now. Yes, let's fire it up.
Starting in Montana.
Holy crap. But this is the underscore the Atom with one of the best avatars that we have on the show, which again, when you bring this up and you follow us on the Twitter, you bring this up. This is great. This is the 4 Boston teams underscore the Atom. He's usually in Massachusetts, but he's in the 406 Great Falls, Montana this week. That can only be a good thing for the number. We may get over this thing with that. There's Tim Campbell, 814 Central PA. Happy 25th anniversary, Tom and Val Foley. Big tailgate tomorrow for the Penn State UCLA game. TC, I wish I was there. I got to get up there at some point. We'll see what happens for that Washington game. Stay tuned. Stay ready. And Willie Lidstrom did play with all them good hockey players. Thank you for that text. PB 941, Venice, Florida, 87 degrees. Happy old-fashioned Friday. Go Pats. Stay strong, PB. Enjoy that old-fashioned today with you and the missus. CBW 315 Oswego, New York, 69 degrees. Too cold for Matt. 100% too cold for me. Although that's what she keeps this house at 69. It's freezing over here. Bougie Hawk. Look at Bougie Hawk. Got a Royals hat on. Looking good. 316 Wichita, Kansas. 80 degrees and sunny. Beloved, Jayhawks sucking football this year. Bring on hoop season, baby. We're coming to Kansas.
Creighton,
I got to see a
Kansas.
game there. We're
Creighton,
coming.
Kansas.
Stay ready.
Cannot wait for CU and KU.
Baby.
Cannot believe that Kansas basketball is playing in Omaha, Nebraska at Creighton University. Long way away from playing Wichita State and playing the Shockers. A lot of fun. Can't wait for it.
Can't wait. TP, are you with me? Question mark. 206 Seattle goes Seahawks and Huskies. Big weekend for them Huskies. We'll see what happens. Seahawks better win. Game better stay under. Kyle Meyer, 541 Eugene, Oregon, 56 degrees and drizzling, but it never rains at Autzen Stadium. I'll be there tonight for the game up front on the Ducks sideline. Go Ducks.
Whoa.
Damn. Have fun, Kyle. Enjoy.
Why doesn't it rain at Autzen Stadium? Like a mini climate thing? That's interesting.
I think that's just I think he's just making that up.
Oh, okay.
I think he's just saying it never rains.
Okay.
Like it never rains in Southern California. It does rain. It's a song by Tony back in the day. Sonic the Red 602. I'm in Phoenix-ish. Close. Yeah, that's good. 602. There's Timmy Coulios, 2000, Sydney, Australia. Hold it down there. Keep growing the show, Timmy. Appreciate you, sir.
Amen.
Basically in the middle of the night or the early morning watching us live every Friday. Thank you very much. Eron Sean, big dog in 703 Centerville, Virginia, 78 degrees. Perfect day there. There's Jimmy Football. Jimmy Football's talking about making plans to come down here for 60th birthday, I believe. 416 Toronto. Jimmy, we'll get back to you. I promise. You come to town, we're definitely meeting up. I'm going to personally put a hat in your hand if you get here and do that. Football Guy 97 717, Lancaster, PA, 25th wedding anniversary weekend. Congrats and hat tip to you and the missus. That's a hell of an accomplishment, especially in today's environment. It ain't easy, and it ain't always rainbows and sunshine, but you get through it. It's worth it. Continued success, sir. My man, there he is, Scott with 1T, Bartholomew. He's in the 907 Ketchikan, Alaska, where it's getting close. P-Roll, I mean, it's getting dark here early, ain't it? Like it
sucks.
I mean, it
absolutely
really
sucks. 7 o'clock pitch black is when that's my mark of demarcation. When it's dark at 7 p.m., I start getting pissed. And it's dark at 6.
It hit me yesterday. I was like, the baseball game was over and the football game was on, and I felt like it was 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like 8:40. I was like, man, it's been dark for already a long time.
Yeah, and then
so
falling back.
Dark.
We fall back in 2 weeks. So
right in Alaska, it's dark for like the whole day in the winter. I can't imagine. But Scott's here. Thank you for being here, sir. Who was that? Wait, Stevie Fisher. Come on, Fish. 313 the D. But we'll be in the 702 next week. What the hell are you coming to 702 for? Detroit baseball at home. Let us know. Shoot us a text. I'll see you when you get here, Fish. Stevie Anderson, Mr. Anderson, 407, Orlando, sunny and 91. Hope things are working well for you and Papa Anderson, Stevie. Rosie, 415, San Francisco, California. Have a great weekend, fellas. Up the Brigade. Up it.
What's up?
What's up, Brigade?
Unicorn Padres fan. How about that?
Look at that picture of Lair. I don't know where did he find that. That's it. I mean, this is where people still got pictures and albums. Larry G. Berg got it. Unicorn Padres fan in the 716, Buffalo, New York, San Diego, Cleveland, exacta from your lips to God's ears. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. Robert Kilroy. I ain't seen you here before, Robert, but welcome and thank you for being here. If you're a recruit new to the Brigade, we thank you for being here. If you've been here before, thank you for showing up on Friday. 775 Reno. We've been there. We did a show there in the summer. It was great.
Yeah.
We should go back up. Maybe go back up. Chris Otto, 412 Pittsburgh, PA, 78 degrees and a beautiful evening upcoming. Otto was at a high school football game last week. I thought of you, Pete Rolt, because I forgot to text you. A kid kicked a 53-yard field goal in high school. He set a record in the WPIL in Western Pennsylvania, 53 yards. I said, this kid's going to be a pro. He's kicking 53 in high school.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Otto got the details, and he cut a clip for us.
Oh,
We're
good.
going to put it on the show. We'll see if we can get fitted
Monday
in next week. Alex B. Smith, my man, 651, Lower Town, St. Paul. You know Alex is getting ready for the hockey season.
Oh, it's hockey. It's a holiday for him. It's hockey. He's fired up. Let's go.
Stay ready. You're on the show. We got to get Alex on the show.
Sure.
We'll
Let's do it.
Reach out. Email the show, thebvbshow.com. You can send an email there. We'll get in touch. Raymaker 512-412, Pittsburgh, PA. Go Pitt. We'll see. Vinco Martin Savage. 385, Croatia. I love when Vinko's here. He's here every Friday.
We're now up to five countries, by the way.
5 countries, and we got to finish this on the other side.
We do. Good point. Hit the 412. Hit the 410. Where's area code 410?
410 is in Maryland. Matt Reichel. It looks like. Matty, thank you for being here.
Oh, and it's Annapolis,
Maryland's
Maryland.
going to sign us out. We'll finish this on the other side.
You guys who are watching this live, don't move. If you're watching on the replay crew, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We're back on Monday, same place, same time on the replay. For the rest of you guys live, don't move. Bonus time starts now.
Nice work.
Keep rolling.
Nice work.
Maryland, that's good. We got the Annapolis, Maryland taken care of, so that's good.
Maryland, right. There's Deuce Daly, dog with a hat. Love it. In fact, it's a BVB hat. That's 603 Pelham, New Hampshire.
Good stuff.
Kevin Roper, back home, 601 Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Old Miss, big game against South Carolina. We talked about it yesterday.
So we
go back and watch that replay.
That's crazy. Croatia, Maryland, New Hampshire, Mississippi to Ohio. Like, it's just, that's wild.
Casey from KC made his BVB debut this week.
He did
it in between work meetings. He got hidden in a room. Listen, if his bosses are watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave him alone because he came in, killed it. Royals killed it. 216 Cleveland, Ohio. Go Royals. Francisco Ochoa, what's up, bro? 951 Hemet, California. Nice and crispy. 100 degrees. Dodger stuff. I got the LA all over the place. I mean, I don't know.
That Dodger hat is hard to look at, though.
Yeah, well, it's in the USC combination.
Obviously,
I'm trying to get USC on my mind.
Why?
Penn State kicks UCLA's ass this week, taking out the whole city of LA next week too. Going to the Coliseum. I got to worry about maybe trying to get on a jet plane and get to that game. There's a lot of opportunities. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. JPC the fourth. 313 Detroit, Michigan. You stay ready, sir. The show on Monday will debut. I got a box downstairs today. Grandma knocked on the door and said, "You got something from somebody in Michigan." Thank you, JPC the fourth. We'll get to work on that other thing for you as well. John, 724 Greensburg. Just a big J. I love it. Who doesn't love a B? And a big J. A big J. Almost said it. Almost for a bonus time. Almost said something else. J. Dow Betts, 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. Good to see you, J. Dow. Sorry about those Orioles. Was trying to make plans. If the Orioles could get by, we were going to get the sweep. Try to get you to get the sweep. Plans are out. And the Ravens are going to lose too this week. Shame for you. Roger Long, 765, Clinton, Indiana, 76 degrees and sunny. Roger, thank you, sir, for being here. Clown MB3, 517, Adrian, Michigan. College alumni lacrosse game tonight at Siena Heights. Wow. Stretch. Lots of stretching. Those alumni games can result in some pulled
bad ones.
Muscles. Jimmy Football, that 416 Bonvie. All right, Jimmy.
Where's 416?
416 is in Toronto.
Oh, okay, Canada.
Canada. Yes.
Interesting.
Jimmy's up in Canada. AOWN, 319 Independence, Iowa. Darnold, longest rush over 7.5 yards. What about the Iowa Hawkeyes?
They're housed.
They're gonna. It's not gonna be good.
They're not gonna score.
Yeah, that's a breakdown of the game right there. Brought to you by both Matt and myself. I don't really need to talk about that. Joseph Mogan, Big J, 615, Nashville, Tennessee. Preds over their point total. Ooh. Let's go.
A lot of momentum. I've seen a lot of people liking the Predators to win the cup.
A lot of people that are professional bettors like them too. Just keep that in mind. That's one of the teams you got to keep an eye on.
Yep.
WV Punch Drunk 1, 304, the mountains of Dub V. That would be West Virginia. For those of you that don't know, got a raise. The fridge quit working. Of course it did.
Yeah,
well, at least you got a couple nice hats to wear. Send a picture to the thing.
Oh, Costa Rica. We're going.
Hi, Daniel.
Wow.
Good to see you down in the 506 San Jose, Costa Rica.
So just you guys are keeping track. We have Canada, Costa Rica, Croatia, Australia, and Guatemala today. That's fucking crazy. It just really is. It's just like, what?
And
in the U.S., obviously.
It's different times everywhere,
what
too.
What the fuck?
Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We got some talks about, I mean, some other people are going to some other islands. I don't know if you've paid attention to the space and all these other things and people doing some, all over.
Bouncing.
We could go to Costa Rica. I'm just saying.
I'd go CR in 2 seconds.
We got
2 seconds.
So that might be our post football season. We might be doing a show from
March Madness in Costa Rica. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, we might. I'm just saying. Not saying. Deuces, Butch, if you're there. Ryan Andrew Fletcher, 703 Sterling, Virginia, watching while strolling through the woods. Hey,
careful.
Ryan, keep your head up. Be careful. Andy O, 864 Woodruff, South Carolina, still waiting for power to turn on 1 week now.
Dude.
Oh, Andy, I'm sorry to hear that. My God, thank you for being here.
Helene fucked that area up bad.
God.
Yeah, really
a
bad.
week without power?
It's going to be more than that. People in the Appalachian Mountains, like their whole lives got washed away. Massive mudslides, massive amounts of just erosion. Bad, like really bad. Like that South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, that whole stretch, all that bad. Sucks.
Feel free,
really,
bro.
Sucks, man. It really does.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. That's a tough spot.
Blows.
Corey Macbeth, 402 Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you for being here, Corey. Good luck with the Rutgers. It's going to be a tough spot, I think, for Nebraska. There's the king of car seats. Love this guy every single week. Sends a picks in perfectly. Very organized.
Yes.
Really, really been a pleasure working with the Brigade Proxy Service. The admin team's big fans of King of Car Seats. 612 Farmington, Minnesota. Rather be in Ketchikan, Alaska. Have a good weekend, everybody.
You too, Ben. No, am I hitting it again?
Oh, Mr. Anderson, he's not doing it. 702 Vegas. Andy Caston is back in town. He was back in Wisconsin last week. Good to see you, Andy. There's Jack Ansley. Thank you for being here, Jack. 502 Louisville, Kentucky. Good game for Louisville this week, too, no? Chef Benny, 401 Rhode Island Shift. So happy it's Friday today. Time to shift mindsets into the weekend. BVB rocket ship up in a half moon to the moon. Like latest cribbage, 705 Aurelia, Ontario. It's 18 degrees Celsius, which is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. All ready for another hockey season. You and me both, baby. Leafs look ready for another first round exit. You said it, Linus, not us. When they come at us in the chat or they leave a comment,
it's not the spring yet, Linus. It's not the spring yet, so we gotta wait till the spring and then it happens.
I need comments in the YouTube if you can. Apparently that worked the last time we asked. Somebody got, we got hats and all this other stuff. Leave comments. Good, bad, indifferent. It don't matter. We need comments. Vinny Konowinski, or Konwinski as he pronounces it. I've adopted an I in there. 260 Fort Wayne. Love you guys. We love you too, Vinny. Aiden Thomas.
Texas.
Look at Aiden looking good with those glasses, that shade, that hair. My man, 806, Lubbock, Texas. Red Raiders plus 6.5 against Arizona and over 64. Track meet late in Tucson Saturday night.
I think he's right. Yeah.
Wow.
I like the over better than the side, but I think he's right. Points.
Oh, the doctor's on the Texas Tech. There
he is.
Said they're live. Okay. Kevin Whitrock, 319. Iowa City, 73 and sunny. And the Steelers are winning. I'm telling you, Whitrock, you could be an Iowa Cowboys fan. That's fine. They're going down. Mikey Awesome, the Wrench, 757 ODU, Brigadeville, Virginia. Kid dropped off across the pond. Have hat, will travel, LFGO.
Did you see the video he put out of all the different pictures he took with the hat?
I have not seen it.
Oh, it's pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool. All over London. Like all the BVB logo has been all over London now. All over it. It's really cool.
We have a London promo for the
BVB. We have a London promo clip. Yes.
Great job. Great job, Mikey. Awesome. That's fantastic. There's Jordan 1-star Gorov, 702 Vegas. Will have to be on some heavy beta blockers for the Dodger series. It's going to be, it's going to be night and that, like, you're going to be holding on tight every pitch. It's going to be great. I don't even know if they win. They might not even win the NL. That's the problem. The winner of that series is going to lose to the Phillies or the Mets. Could happen. Santana, 928, Yuba, Arizona, solid sunny, 102 out. Baseball's dead to me. No more Vamos Serpientes. I mean, every week, every day, Santana said it. No more Vamos Serpientes. The Juice, 6:02, another Phoenix, Arizona guy. 106 degrees at kickoff for the ASU game. Stay lubricated. Mizzou, money line tomorrow. I don't see that. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. And -5.5 Rebels tonight. I'm with you there, the Juice. I like that. There's Brett Lalonde, the bomber. He's in the 208
Boise.
at Boise, Idaho, because Bomber and the Shrew are taking the Brigade to the blue turf. Saddle up. Those boys got hats. We're going to see the blue turf in person with the hats. Let's go, boys. Looking forward to the picture.
Play Utah State. Play Utah State.
You think so?
Take the points. It's my favorite.
Want them to lose
it's my favorite bet. It's my favorite bet.
Outright.
Saturday. No, but
points.
+2, plus 26.5. My favorite bet of the weekend for college.
Okay.
My 4-point. That's my 4-pointer in the 4-3-2.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I like Utah State a lot tonight.
What is it total? I looked at the board, man. I stared at it for like an hour last night. I'm like, how am I going to pick?
Boise is going to run. They're going to run the ball like crazy. It's just going to burn the clock. You're not going to have time to cover 26.5 points.
All right. There's Dawn Dash Farrell. 928 Yuma, Arizona. Good weekend. Dodgers versus Padres. UFC football Sunday. Softball tonight. Si, senor. Saludos a todos. Tengun un bien fin de semana todos. Agua.
That's pretty good Spanish, Dave.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. Connecticut.
Yeah. Floodhouse 203, New Haven, Connecticut. 71 degrees. It's too hot right now. Flood, what are you talking about?
Connecticut's hot. That's hot for that.
Really?
Yeah, that's hot for them.
Sherrod Carter, Brooklyn, New York, always here. I love when it comes in like that with the Caps. Don't say nothing other than we here. We here every day. But we all we need, we all we got. Keep growing this thing every damn day. Chris Covey, 843 Charleston, South Carolina, 80 as usual. Like bragging. I mean, it's 80. That's nice. Enjoy it. Who's this? Zavi, 22, 732, Somerset, New Jersey, Rutgers. We'll be right next week. Give me the money line.
I think you might be right.
Baby.
I think Nebraska's in for a tough one.
What's Nebraska going to be like if they lose to Rutgers football at home?
Par for the course? what do you mean?
We're never going back to Nebraska. We're going to need armed guards.
Just par for the course.
I mean, shit. I gotta get Mikey Awesome. I gotta get Stevie back. I gotta get Bob. We're gonna have to get them all a ticket to meet us and pick us up and drive us around Omaha, Nebraska when we go. Daniel G.
Omaha's fine. Lincoln, we need that for. Omaha, I'm good. Lincoln's Lincoln's where you need to protect me.
Far enough apart where we good?
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah.
That's not. I mean, they could get there.
Pretty quick. Yeah, they get there. Sure. Oh, yeah, they can get there.
We're gonna have to get the boys rounded up.
Quick down the I-80.
There's my brother Daniel G. 989 Saginaw, Michigan. The Gritty Tigs are still fighting. Me and Mrs. G finally have our time and date of our reception at the Valley of Fire. You boys coming the night before to party with the G family. You don't even have to send me the invitation. Just send me the time.
I'll be there. Time and date. We're there.
That's it. 100% we're coming.
This is crazy. This is where I spent my summers.
Look at this.
Playland in Rye, New York. Famous shot for Big, the boardwalk, where Big famously at the end, he's walking and he goes to the Zoltar machine and turns back into a boy. That's Playland, New York. That's where I grew up when growing up.
Oh, you've told those stories on the show.
Yeah.
That's where you went. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's there right now. Javier's at Rye, New York, Playland, 70 degrees. That's a nice day.
Great day. That's a great day to go to Playland. Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Crop_Duster 007-757 Newport News. Dave replied to the hat email, but not sure if it went through. I did get it.
We got you.
I'm going to see this kid tomorrow at some point. I'll get it taken care of. We'll see what's available. Let me know if you need to resend. You don't. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll let you know when those things are done and go out, Crop Duster. Keep showing up, baby. Thank you. SoCal DJ 951 Riverside, California. Ohtani stat that isn't getting any coverage. Total bases, 411. No MLB player has reached 400 total bases in a regular season since 2001. 4 hit the 400 mark. Bond, Sosa, Gonzalez, Helton. Damn, bro.
Steroid era. And Judge got short. DC, We're going to get there. This is going to be a record. This is going to be. Yep.
C is in the 202 Washington, D.C. 79 degrees and cloudy. Baby, that's it. I love it. Look. Oh, there's Gio the Wop, our friend out in California, 949 Seal Beach. The West Coast pickleball guys need some mesh BVB snapbacks to play in. I'll get on that. I think we can get that done. The mesh is easy with the snapback.
Easy. Yeah, it's easy.
Not a lot of people want
another country.
Hello, another country heard from. Ian Lights Out's usually holding it down in the New York area somewhere. Usually, I think it's 718 or 516. I can't remember. But he's in Kempten, Germany. 50 and rainy. Germany.
Seven countries so far.
Holy shit. Sports Avengers 724 with $sign for the Sharon, PA. Get them bags. Sports Avenger, thank you for being here.
Hey, my hometown. Pat. What's up?
This Dougie Patton, 978, Andover, 72 degrees. Pats and
it still flips my lid.
Survivor
flips my lid. Flips my lid to people in my hometown are watching our show.
You got some big cool yawns. If you put the Pats in your Survivor this week, man, you got to be nuts.
Especially with the offensive line problems, the no backup center. Like you look out for the Patriots. Yikes. No, thank you. Tough.
Eric Comrade, 270 Western Kentucky. Thank you for being here, sir. Chris Covey, Trent is on UNLV, boys. Man, why does Trent got to get involved in every game, every day? Like, just leave some alone. Although he had the Falcons last night, so it worked. Pierre in the cut. Pops had a successful surgery today. God bless you. God bless Pops. Keep that good information coming. I love it. 317 Indianapolis. I told you I'm coming there to get a cut. I'm going to come here and get a cut. You got to come get a haircut. Brennan, 989 Saginaw, Michigan as well. But from Minnesota, Skol Vikes, baby. Tell them D-Stout ain't here, but if you're listening, good luck, Vikings. Good luck.
Mark it down. October the 4th, 2026, we hit a record. That is a record number of countries.
Look at this expat Mark Soul Palace. I don't even know what that means, but I love that name. And he's in Medellin, Colombia, via Cleveland, Ohio. Look at this. Oh,
that is crazy. So just to recap, U.S., Croatia, Costa Rica, Canada, Australia, Guatemala, Germany, and Colombia.
That's 9.
That's crazy.
We got to find one other person or another country get double-digit countries on a Friday in October. Nobody watches the show. Nobody listens to the show.
Crazy. That is absolutely crazy to stop and think about that. From a country perspective or our state perspective, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 39. We're close. Damn. We're close.
Getting close.
Getting close to that 40 number. So it's good. But we had 9 countries, which is ridiculous, guys. Very, very cool. Time for Better to Book It. Ooh. All right, buckle up. Got a bunch of them to throw at you. Syracuse plus 6.5 tonight. Numbers down to 5.
Book it. Personal. Just rooting it.
Over 151.5. Game 3 tonight, Minnesota and Connecticut. These teams have played 2 games in Connecticut. Both games have gone over in the times that they played in Connecticut this year.
Over, or just barely over?
One way over, one over. One was over by a point. One was way over.
Oh. All right, I'll say bet it.
It's got to be a high-scoring game tonight.
This is impressive. Stay true to the brand.
Really good. It's a Friday night. Now what's going on? I got one game on college and one game here. I got 2 games. Rest of them are tomorrow. That's Tennessee minus 7. I got 6.5, but we'll do 7 because
first half.
That's what I said. Minus 7 first half. So I got 6.5.
Yeah.
But 7's everywhere, so it's more fair to do 7.
That's fine. We're betting this until the wheels fall off.
Pretty much. Arizona State, same bet. First half, minus 1. Against Kansas. 0-5 Kansas, first half. 0-5 in the ATS in the games, Kansas. Fade them.
I hope you're right, but I booked this one.
Okay. Alabama laying 12.5 first half against Vandy.
They are going to kill this team. I like this of the bets you've made so far. I like this one the best.
Alabama's gonna fucking kill Vanderbilt.
Oh my god!
It's
oh
not.
my
It just,
God.
and they may call the dogs off at the end for 24, but not in the first half.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're gonna hurt. They're gonna put a hurting on Vandy.
Yeah.
To the NFL, Ravens -2.5.
We have a disagreement on this one. That's fine.
I
mean,
like-
one of us going to be right. That's great. One of us going to be wrong. We're still going to show up and do the fucking show on Monday. So we'll be here.
My shakiest bet of the weekend.
I'll say yes. I like Cincinnati in the spot.
I like
think
Ravens.
it's a spot for
My
me.
shakiest bet of the weekend. Raiders +3.
Is this real?
Yep. Raiders +3.
Is somebody making you do this?
Nope.
What
I
the
just-
hell do you like about the Raiders?
Selling high on the Broncos. Selling really high on the Broncos.
High all you want. The Denver defense is for real. How the
Maybe.
Raiders going to score?
Maybe they are.
I'm
Maybe.
very surprised by this.
Maybe.
Holy crap.
Maybe. I
Wow.
like the Raiders.
Okay. Good luck.
I like the
This is-
Raiders.
I like the Broncos. I can't believe I didn't use them in the contest. I
And
got
then
scared.
And then I'm taking Seattle and San Francisco, both the biggest totals, pulling them down. biggest sides,
Seattle
rather.
to win,
Biggest-
San Francisco to win.
Yep.
What could go wrong here?
Everything, considering the fact that big favorites have been going down like crazy.
I like the Giants plus the points because I like the under.
Mhm.
So that's the scary part. San Francisco's not losing Arizona. No way.
I don't think so, but
That's a big one. I don't think so. I think that's that's probably a bet if you got to do the teasers.
I don't have to. I want to.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I mean. Like for the teaser players that are watching or listening to the show,
Yeah.
that could be a bet. I'll say book it because I mostly always say book it when Matt bets a teaser. Although the primetime side to total teasers have been money. They've been money. If you guys been watching the show
5-2.
all season, it's been good.
Ooh, Bet Rivers down to 11.5 for Alabama. Great. Like it even more. That's perfect.
Look at that. Nice.
I love that.
Sonic.
G-Men to cover. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No neighbors in Singletary are doubtful. Ooh.
Oh,
Not good for the Giants.
okay.
Don't Malik Neighbors. You're not. That's bad for the Giants. He's their offense.
Swear he's out.
No.
Oh my God.
Just pull it down to half a point in San Francisco. So that's where I like on that. Favorite thing about today is what?
Well, I got to shout out one last one.
Okay.
Tyrone Boyd. Tyrone keeps coming in the chat. He keeps coming in, leaving the comments. Tyrone is in the 202. He typed in the chat a little further up. Dave, you're a national treasure for all degenerate gamblers. Love you, Tyrone. Love the love. Right back at you. Keep showing up. Tell someone else about the show. Grow the show. I love it. So that's number one. Number two is my daughters. You know, center of my life. They're the absolute best, right? They're very busy. They have a lot of tests. They have a lot of things.
They're college kids, of course.
Yeah. So like they don't always call me. They don't, and when I get the brief time that I get with them, I still sometimes ask them like the silly questions. Like, what did you learn in school today? Give me something. Give me something that you learned in school today. And my daughter, Kelsey, doubles and bombs, bro. She's the character. I mean, they're all characters in their own way, but she gives it to you. When you don't see it coming, she gets you right between the eyes, right?
Ooh,
right between the eyes. So I said, give me something you learn. She comes with this. Ready?
Okay.
Stratified squamous epithelial. That's tissue is the moist lining of the esophagus, mouth, and vagina. And I went, say that again. So she said again, she said, stratified squamous epithelial tissue is the moist lining of the esophagus, mouth, and vagina. And I started laughing. And I said, that's going to be my favorite thing about today on the show. Do me a favor and watch the show because you just gave me the material that I practiced it all morning. All right. I was like, all right, wait. Stratified squamous, I could get epithelial tissue, the moist lining of the esophagus, mouth, and vagina. If you think about those three things,
I don't want to. Stop it.
it's the same tissue.
Fine. I don't want to think about all three of them.
I'm just saying.
What have they been watching Kendall Jenner videos lately or something?
I don't know. They're growing up. They're becoming women.
This whole run about women putting nipple cream on their lips. It's the whole thing.
What?
Yes, that's the whole big trend now.
This is a thing?
It's a whole big thing. Yeah, the women that their big secret on beauty is putting nipple cream on their lips.
Does it keep them moist?
It's the same. It's the same softness, I guess. The same texture.
Really?
Same skin.
Okay. Lips and nipples?
I guess so. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, esophagus, mouth, and vagina is a hell of a parlay. Just saying. What? There's a cream for nipples? You're damn right there is, JPC the fourth. Yes. There's a cream for nipples. There's a cream for everything.
There is, yes.
You live with women?
Yes. I'm 10 years old. I had our nipple cream product market. It's a big one. Yeah. There's a lot of them. We don't use them, but they do. So,
they're all over.
Nipple cream, right? Ask my mom. My mom's got all sorts of things. You guys ever have your wives breastfeed? Nipple cream, nipple shields, all sorts of things. Seriously. Seriously, it's true. That's one of my favorite things about today. Mom is back from Italy. She was it's always funny when you're texting your parent in Lisbon. She was in Lisbon this morning, text me at 7:00 in the morning, and she just texted me and said she landed. But it was just really funny. Like she's been like, you're communicating across the world. She's in Lisbon having a conversation. I was like, go to SBC, go see some gambling people. Like,
they're gone.
Yeah. They
were gone on Thursday.
Like, go to the SBC. And then finally, huge shout out to our friends at Sport Trade. I wore the shirt for Alex. Really big announcement for them. They had a really big moment in their company. Congratulations to Sport Trade. Our partnership with them has been really, really solid. And it's been, it's one of those things where the world works in really wonderful and wild ways. People walk in and out of your life. Chance meeting. Dave's walking in Philadelphia. He's a big, tall redhead. He's like, that's Alex Kane. Dave Sherapan, what are you doing? I got an idea for you. How about this? Well, that's a great idea. Let's talk about that. And then all of a sudden it turns into this. What? That was in March, right? When you saw him?
That was in, no, that was WrestleMania. So that was in
May?
Yeah. April, May, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So 6 months ago. And now it's turned into this where Alex is a huge part of the show. People looking forward to it. We've got regulators who are watching and retweeting and showing and commenting on the comments that Alex makes on our show about what's happening in the future of the space, what everything's going on. So like really, really cool and very, very exciting stuff.
Got some stuff coming up for G2E because of that relationship as well.
Yeah. So
people coming to Vegas and, well, what is your relationship with Sport Trade? We want to talk to you about all of that. So
yeah.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Sport Trade, D Huff, Anthony,
all you guys,
the crew, Jack, everybody. It's great news. Very exciting. Good job.
Yeah, happy for them and happy for their announcement. And you can check it out if you just Google Sport Trade and PR announcement. They made an announcement this morning about big advancements for their company and a big day for Sport Trade and their developments going into Virginia next. Arizona's live. Virginia coming up next for that. April 6th and 7th was what?
We're going
to.
They might need a host. They might no. They might need a host for
in Virginia.
Yeah.
Where in Virginia? Do we know where?
No.
I haven't been back for a while.
Stay ready, Virginia.
Oh,
surrounding area.
Wow, that would be really exciting. I love Virginia. It would be so fun to go there. Back to my Charlottesville days. Can we go Can we go see like Seaville? Can we go to Charlottesville?
Depends on the day.
Let's go to Charlottesville. Let's go there. Let's go to Charlottesville. That'd be super fun. That would be awesome. I'd love to go back there. Go to Mincer's. Let's go to Mincer's and go get t-shirts and hats. It's one of the oldest stores in the South.
Really?
It opened to like 1940 doing Virginia stuff.
Really?
Everything's so old there. Yeah. It was my number one client when I was in Virginia was Mincer's.
Oh, okay.
I had so much UVA gear. it all just kind of lost and whittled away. But I used to have like UVA everything. I was the voice of the women's basketball team. I had so much. That's how Megan, speaking of Roger Long, Megan was quite impressed. She was. That's how Megan and I, we have so many connections because she was a women's basketball coach in the Missouri Valley Conference. I called A10 and ACC basketball for women's basketball for 3 straight years. So,
yeah,
guys, have a phenomenal weekend. We appreciate you guys all being here. Awesome job on the roll call. 9 countries. It's pretty damn impressive for a Friday. That's super cool. Our thanks to Joe Arrigo from Franchise Media for coming in. UNLV Syracuse tonight, 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern kick. Huge college football game in prime time. Unbelievable. He is Dave. I'm Matt. We're back Monday to recap it all and bring it to you for a big Monday. It's a Rhythm Monday with us on a G2E Rhythm Monday as well for us on Monday for BVB.